with cats cannon low. We spill the tea, we spill the wine. Have the stories it goes in half a mind. We laugh and cry, we overstand too long. Podcast never be now, just double the crutch. Double Trouble Live, with twice the mess. Double Trouble Live, no stress, just yes. We got hot takes, bad breaks, and zero two. Double Trouble Live, coming at you for the thrill. Oh yeah, Double Trouble Live.
By royal decree, like and subscribe to Double Trouble Live on YouTube.
Now offered at the Great Race Place. $3 late pick 3 featuring the last 3 races. $5 late double on the last 2 races. Both with a player-friendly 15% takeout. Every race day at Santa Anita Park.
Should someone tell Frank he's muted again?
Odds on, dude. Odds on. I got discombobulated because it won't play my little Pegasus video where you and I are flying on the Pegasus statue coming into Santa Anita Park. But that's okay.
I wish I had loaded my one that I made as a response to yours. But oh, is this the one you were trying to play? Right.
That is the one.
You have to hit the button, Frank.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Look, I'm going to try it now.
Yeah, I think mine. I think. You like the all brass? The all turf crown.
We'll get into an animated war later because I got a couple up my sleeve too. Come for the wagering advice. Stay for the entertainment. Frank Scatoni, joined by co-host, the CGO, the Chief Gambling Officer of Double Trouble Live, Ciaran Thornton. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, DTL Crew. We know it's a jam-packed day. We got the Pegasus, the main event coming up, but we wanted to hop on because what are we all about, Ciaran?
Low takeout bets, and Santa Anita has the best there is in the business right now.
We got the all turf to start it, rolling into the $3 late pick 3, rolling into the $5 late double. Someone had themselves a day yesterday.
I mean, it's expected, so I'm not even going to harp on it. I mean, you'll start winning again. Maybe.
Well, why do you have a puss on your face? Is Gulfstream kicking you in the teeth? Come on, man.
I should know better than to gamble at Gulfstream, but I'm a degenerate, and when the Hennessy's flowing, I start going, maybe this time. Yeah, now I need to recover. It's like the get out day today for sure.
You got to pretend that Gulfstream never happened, but this is why we're doing the show, right? Because we said one of two things is going to happen about this time right now. A lot of people are up on the day at Gulfstream, having a great time, heading into the big race. Well, when the big race is over, that's a big letdown, right? Well, yes. We got 4 or 5 more races left at Santa Anita. That's why we're here. I'm coming in hot. Ciaran needs a little leg up, so he's the opposite of the people who are riding high and want to keep the streak going. He's losing. He needs me to prop him up, because what is our motto? Get out, get up, get paid.
Indeed.
We're the only game in town once the 13th race at Gulfstream is over.
And I mean, and with all the weather around the country, this is really the only. I mean, it's Gulfstream and Santa Anita essentially. If you want quality racing right now, I think we're gonna see some good pools here today. I think, Frank.
Oh, we're gonna see some great pools. I mean, you got to keep the momentum going. You know, we always talk about how we want our low takeout wagers to kind of piggyback off each other. We don't want to look at them separately. Well, it's the same thing with the big race days, right? Just because Gulfstream Park is about to end doesn't mean the race day is over, man. If you're a true horse player,
Oh.
You're looking at every opportunity that's being given to you today. And once that 13th race is over at Gulfstream, you got plenty of opportunities at Santa Anita Park, and that's why we're doing this. So it's funny because our first race is going to go off before the Pegasus. So we get to talk about the start of the $3 all-turf pick 3. Neither one of us hit it yesterday, but I was alive to the 4-horse for about $490. That didn't work out for me. Thankfully, Ciaran came back in the late pick 3 and the late double, and made us all look good because he ended up whacking those pretty good for us in the DTL crew. But a couple of shows ago, you anointed yourself the king of the all-turf pick 3. Is your reign over, or are you about to bestow your wisdom and power over the land?
I figured I had to give it back because you looked good yesterday, even though you got knocked out. But yet again, you couldn't. You were the pinch hitter who swung and struck out. So
you actually gave me a compliment in defeat yesterday, which was shocking to me because you're like,
that was the perfect.
I would trade places with you. I would love that ticket.
I thought that was a great ticket. To be alive out of that first leg to what you were alive in the last.
Yeah,
that's the kind of ticket I'd like to be alive to, if that makes sense. And I mean, if you'd hit, it was paying pretty damn well.
Yeah, on a $3 bet, it was playing close to 500. That's a good.
I'm going to mute when the speaker goes on here because it's very loud, as you know.
Yeah, that's fine. Ciaran makes a great point because, it's about winning and making the money, but we also try to take some lessons and takeaways from the show, and we always talk about wagering strategy. And one of the things we love about the show, and one of the reasons why we do it, it's a live wagering show. So we're in the moment, we're talking, we're doing ticket construction on the fly. Yeah, we have a game plan, we have a set, we have set bets that we're interested in doing. But once, like Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the nose, right? So we have to look at the pools, what's going on, and try and figure things out. So that's what we're going to get going. Why don't you start us off, Ciaran? This is race 5. I thought this was a pretty evenly matched group of maiden special weights. 3-year-old fillies going 9 furlongs on the lawn. Rails out 20 feet. You talked about the turf condition yesterday.
You need to be, even today, if you look, you got to be a stalker. You got to be up there close. The closers, I don't think are going to make up the ground. And we've talked about it when it rains, usually today, and we'll probably see it even more tomorrow. You got to be close on these turf races. Now, I will say I threw in a new bet there. The Ciaran's had a few bets, and you'll scroll up and see our bets.
Few drinks, few bets.
well, it was. I'm going to have Radar Rob's going to roll up here, I think, for the late double, Frank. I asked him to come up.
Oh, great.
But
nice.
He liked a horse in this leg, and he was like, why are you not betting? And you know which one it is, the little red feather horse, the 6 in box. And I was like, you know what? I'll be right back. Let me go up to the little red feather suite. Let me bend Billy's ear. And I was like, so Billy, I kind of used your horse and then I tossed it because, Tiago was on it. You didn't have one of the other jockeys.
Well, everybody's out of town.
Which is what my notes were. And I was like, what's the deal? And Billy was like, well, she really responded when Tiago got on. And I was like, that's all I needed to hear. So I had to do another ticket using the 6 inbox.
So let's start with your first ticket. I have this correct, right? I'm pulling it from the live chat there. The all-turf pick 3. You're starting with the 2-5 on 2 tickets, and then the 2-5, 4-6. That's where. So you do have inbox on that.
Yeah, but then I thought I was going to come back and hit it a little bit more. I thought what's interesting in this race, I went with the other 2 of the trainers have 2 horses in here. McCarthy has 2, and O'Neill has 2. So obviously the O'Neill horse I went with was the one that Hara's riding, and the McCarthy horse I went with was the one that KK's riding, who was on a heater yesterday. So I was like, those were my top 2 choices. And then, I kind of threw in Victor's riding the other McCarthy. And then, of course, I got to always use, the little red feather guys in a ticket. But I had to come back and do another ticket after I talked to Billy. So that's why you saw that extra ticket there where I've got a single with 6 in this one. And then I'm using 10-7, 2-5 in the next leg. And then I'm all about, I want to get paid. I really like the Kent de Sormel horse in the last leg.
So do I.
I
That's
mean,
my wide guy horse.
And, you know, if you guys have watched any of my shows or read any of my handicapping over the years, you know, it might be just, I think that's what happens. But Kent de Sormel in the last race has made me so much money over the years. And I thought it was a perfect long shot. And I hope we get the long shot price, if that makes sense, Frank. I don't think we will. I feel somehow
I think we absolutely will, Ciaran. I think that's a wide open race. I think the favorite's probably going to be 3-1, 7-2 in that race. Who else is going to bet that horse? I mean, I think we're being super clever. I don't think the public. I don't think that's a kind of horse the public is going to flock to. I did Chappie's seminar yesterday, and Seminar Skip also mentioned that horse. So you have a level of player like the wise guys like us and Seminar Skip who are going to be on that horse, but I don't think the public is going to land on that horse because, I mean, you really have to read between the lines and make a strong. It's a leap of faith, that horse. So I think that horse will be not necessarily 10-1, but at least 6-1. I think in the wagering, maybe a little higher. But so this leg, you're fine if it comes 2, 4, 5, 6. Do I have that right?
Yes, I'm muting myself because they're talking right now, and it'd probably drown you guys out.
Ciaran is starting this leg with the 2, 4, 5, 6 in some combinations. I have the 2, 4, 6, 3 to start. I don't have the 5, which worries me a little bit because now that I see Ciaran likes it, Gino mentioned on the show yesterday as well that Shane's the Brains was a sneaky pick for him. That being said, let me look at the tote. I don't think I want to pivot because I can't really make a cogent case for that horse. If anything, I'm looking at the tote right now. The 6 inbox is getting hammered 4-5. So might have to come back and play in.
Yeah, right now, I mean, I kind of keep muting myself because Jessica's talking over the loudspeaker, but they're talking up inbox big time now. When I talked to Billy earlier, he said, I think she's going to go off at 6-5. So that should tell you what they think of the horse.
Well, let me look at the will pays, my man. That's what we do. Oh, wow. Hammered in the double, $18. The next is the 4 at 27. Pick 3, 102. Next is the 4 at 124. Here's the thing, though. In the pick 4, both the 6 and the 4 are the same price, $74. Pick 4 players don't like her as much as the double and pick 3 players. And then the pick 5, again, $370 to the 6, $390 to the 4. But no, the 6 is the favorite.
The 6 is just getting hammered in the double, Frank, and also got hammered in the pick 3. So that's usually where we find the sneaky money, and the 6 is absolutely live, especially what I heard earlier. So I might have to do another saver ticket here.
Yeah, I actually am. I'm gonna come back because if you see there, the 2 and the 4 were my A's, right? But if I make. And I have the 6 on my backup ticket. But you see that middle combo there? I'm going to come back and throw the 6 in. So 6 with single the 7. I'm all about the 7. And then come back and play the 2, 6, 3 because I don't want to get. And that's only going to cost me $9. So let me just add that. This is the all turf. So what Ciaran and I like to do, sometimes we caveman it, but more often than not, we don't, because you have to be very targeted and strategic with your bets, and your bets have to reflect your actual opinion because of the higher minimum, right? It's $3 a horse. So it gets expensive after a while, but you can play these bets cleverly. Let me add this. So what I did is I came back and I used the 6 as an A to cover the 6 with my backups in the last. I don't have any other coverage in the middle leg other than the 7, Ciaran. My whole day is built around that horse. I'm either going to hit all my bets or I'm going to miss them just because of one horse. Who do you like in that leg? That's the take of that.
Hopefully you guys can hear me. Maybe, can you hear me fine?
Yes.
Okay, because the speaker's blowing my ears out, so I can't hear you guys. But
yeah, I mean, it's a little annoying, but, talk over it.
I mean, we kind of talked yesterday about it. You were all about the 7 in this leg, or the next leg, the middle leg, and I was all about the 10 resolve. And,
that's right. We did talk about that.
And after you said that you weren't using the 10, I was like, oh, well, you're not using 10 on any ticket, correct, Frank?
Correct. I have the 10 as a B,
so
but I time my whole day around the 7.
That is like a 15 level upgrade. You know, the Scatoni off angle, so I now feel even better about my singling of the 10 on a ticket.
Look here, even in my late pick 3, 7, 7, 7. I'm not even playing a B ticket. I'm all about the 7s. The 7 wins, I have a great day. The 7 doesn't. Ciaran probably cleans up. Let me put up.
I did not disagree. If the 10 was not in that race, Frank, I'd be all about that 7 too. You got Red Hot Jockey and Glatt. First time, and they get the juice, on Lasix. I mean, everything sets up great for that horse.
Tell me why you like Resolve. We've bet Resolve plenty of times before, and the horse never wins. Why today from the 10 hole?
Because Barrios is just, he's starting to get on a heater. And
that's true. That's a huge upgrade. No,
they're dropping in class, gets the Lasix juice, a couple of things, like maybe it was like need the jockey.
5, started the late pick 5.
And I thought it was a single. If I had to single, that's the one I would go to. But 7 was pretty close, between the two.
Yeah, but it looks like you're also using the 2 and the 5 on a backup. So
yeah, we got KK. How do you toss that dude? And what my notes were on Willity was back on Lasix, what I thought were the key. The best races for that horse were when it was on Lasix, and Barrios rode it the last time. I mean, he went to the other horse, but he thought enough to ride it. And then the 2, what do I have here? Mizzen Queen. This is a jockey I've kind of talked about. He's not gotten a whole lot of rides. This is this young guy from the UK who's out here, and I think he's someone that we're going to see once he gets used to riding out here. I think it's someone, this is like, how we talk about getting on a jockey early when we might find some prices. And I thought, the Mizzen Queen with him on, sharp works, trainers 20%. And then this is another horse that Barrios rode before and left. So it's a decent horse, and we get a jockey who I've been watching, which is why I went with that one as well.
I don't disagree with everything you said there. I don't think those horses are good enough, to be honest with you. But I wouldn't talk anyone off them if they were looking for alternatives. One of the horses that came up yesterday on the show, and the more I looked, the more I liked. I might come back and use that horse to start the pick 3 on a saver ticket. Is number 6, Queen Sienna. Doesn't look like much on paper based on the running lines, but if you dig a little deeper and look at the internal fractions, that horse flew home in both of her starts, and now she gets more distance to play with. So that's another one that I would think about. I think I would use her over the 2 and the 5 that you like. Do you have anything on her?
It's probably one of my buys. I love betting Victor. I mean, he's 2 races, 2 out of 7 he's won here. It's a personal preference.
Why do you love betting Victor?
I you know what it is? I've made so much money on price horses over the years, but my pet peeve, and it might be to my detriment, is I just do not like South American horses. I don't care where it is. I just do not bet them.
Well, it's a good thing you weren't a horse player in the 80s, because Mandela and McAnally and Frankel made a meal out of these horses. But you're right, they don't do as well anymore.
Yeah, I'm just totally off. And it's probably just the horses that are coming over. Like, remember anytime an Irish or a UK horse came out to California, Frank, you always had to bet them first time.
And a French horse. I like the French horses even better, actually.
But now it's not like it was back in the day. Sometimes they need a couple of races. They used to They used to win off the boat all the time. But I'm not a fan of South American horses. And
all right, take a screenshot, everybody. Those are Ciaran's picks. You can also find them in the live chat. Here are mine. Take a screenshot. Again, I'm also in the live chat. They're warming up on the track. We got a couple of minutes still. Let me roll through the comments. Let us know who you guys like. These are the hardcore DTL crew right here. Of course, Terry. Jeff, thank you. Evening, guys. How about some winners?
I think Racing
All Ciaran
Downwind.
does is give out winners. That's all the guy does.
I think Racing Downwind. I think he won a contest yesterday, right? You'll have to tell us there. I
Yeah,
heard something. He won
RDW,
an
good
NAC
afternoon,
feed or
Ciaran.
something, right?
Yeah, something. I hope everyone's having a good Pegasus. Yep, almost time to shift over. Well, no, it is time. You can get your all turf in and still follow the last race at Gulfstream, 8 minutes. Yeah, RDW. I think you had a pretty nice day. You qualified for a feeder or something like that. Follow Racing Downwind on X.
Oh yeah,
Generous,
absolutely.
yeah, generous to give out his grid. Not just with his great info on this show, but he does tracks all over, including international tracks like Shatin. So he is a really, really good handicapper and a major contributor to the show. Thank you for joining us on this busy day. Dan H., love you, Dan. Can't thank you enough for your support. How's everyone doing at Gulfstream? Are you guys making money? Are you treading water? Anyone alive? Payout leg coming up, the big race.
You want to know? So you know what my dad's thing was when he was at a track and he wasn't doing too well, Frank? This is what he would do. He'd grab the program. So that's what I'm doing. It's been
Well,
yeah.
I have no sympathy for you at all because you went off brand. You went rogue.
I do.
You
I
went
should
rogue,
know.
and now you're stuck.
I know. I mean, what was I thinking? Low takeout bets is where it is. I learned my lesson. I'm back. I'm back.
We don't do Saturday shows. The only reason we're doing the show is because we wanted to come in hot when everybody else was exhausted from a long day,
especially with the weather.
Park. Like, that's the whole point of this, man.
And the weather made it great because every other track is gone. I mean, if you want good racing today after Gulfstream's over, where else are you going to go? You got to go to Santa Anita.
Yeah. I'll also say this. It's I was looking on X, and apparently it is the 70th anniversary of Turf Paradise.
Yes.
So they're having a nice little celebration over there. So happy birthday, Turf Paradise. Gulfstream Park, the sister Stronach track, big day for them. Anyone like anyone in the Pegasus? Anyone alive? I looked at it and I had nothing super clever, but I thought the other Brad Cox, Tappan Street, had a big look. Needs a massive improvement, but I thought that horse had a big one too. Not to tempt you, Ciaran, because you're already stuck there.
Well, actually, I thought it was all about disco time, but I actually have a win show bet on my guy Diego's out there on British Isles, the number 2, and I just thought it was my notes to myself were puncher's chance. I mean, Diego has one ride. I mean, he might be on vacation for the weekend, but Baltus took him out to ride the horse, and not impossible. I mean, not impossible. If you're looking for
I think that's a good move. Even though he's on a long shot, he gets to go to Florida with the elite, right? So he can meet people. He can show his face. I think that's a really good move for the kid. And you know what? Credit to Baltus.
Oh no, he's great
to come along. You know what I mean? So that's
we're off.
We're off. Good luck, everyone. Ah, the pivot. This is why we do the show.
The inside information.
Yeah, inside information. The horse was 3 to 5.
I know.
Everybody,
what I mean.
everybody and their brother had that info.
But a lot of us were not on the horse, you know?
No, Ciaran, I'm teasing you, dude. I'm teasing you. That gave me the confidence to go back and play the horse an extra time. I ended up playing the horse based on that. So that was great. Thank you very much. See, it's not about what you know. It's about who you know, right?
And just you ask the right questions, and it's not like anyone's going to hide anything. You know what I mean? And what did I say? Like when I told you what Billy said, he was like, "Oh, this horse will be 6 to 5 favorite," and you were like, "No chance." What ended up going off of what 3 to 5?
I said no chance.
You said no way, or something
No,
like
didn't.
that. All right, I'm going to go back and find it, and I'm going to.
Yeah, no, I didn't say anything about that horse. I looked up and I said, "Oh, the horse is 4 to 5." No, I didn't. I took that information, Ciaran, and I went back and actually played a pivot bet on the horse because my original A's.
No, I think you said you thought I was crazy in saying they were thinking he was going to go off as favorite. Like it didn't look like that horse would go off as favorite.
No, I checked the whole page. Remember?
Maybe I misunderstood you.
You definitely misunderstood me. I was not poo-pooing you at all. I heard you, and I went right to the double pool, and I said the 6, $18 compared to the 4. So that money was real all around, and the fact that you had confirmation, from Billy was like, that's why I went back and played the horse again. So
and usually I would have asked, but I kind of discounted it even with all the jockeys out of town. But Radar Rob was like, dude, I really like that horse in that race. I was like, let me go find out, and that's really why I went up.
I had the same exact thought as you when I saw Pereira up there, and I was like,
you want to know the stats for him? 0 for 34 till today. That's why I questioned it.
With Tiago?
Yes, 0 for 34.
Yeah. But then I'm like,
literally my notes were Tiago for Little Red Feather. He's 0 for 34 for Phil. Phil wasn't able to find any other jockey. But then I went up and asked Billy. He's like, dude, the horse, she loves him.
But here's the thing here.
Great. Yeah, responded great. And, we talk about it a lot of times. Like I've had a lot of people who would go, why do you keep having Frey? Remember when Frey was riding Gold Phoenix? They're like, why is Frey on Gold Phoenix? And I would be like, well, Gold Phoenix likes him, and we'll switch leads for him. And I mean, they're like us. They're temperamental. Horses like certain jockeys and hate other jockeys.
But this is a great example because we talk about this all the time, Ciaran, and I always say that this is one of the tools in your toolbox that you're so good at. Kind of spotting trends before they become trends, using your stats. This was a case where the stat didn't necessarily matter, right? You said, oh, for whatever. And we both had the same thing. Well, Pereira doesn't really ride for him. Then you start thinking about, okay, the other jocks are out of town. What have we been saying? Like, Pereira has been riding really well, right? Like, so we like him. We use him. So why would we not use him when he's actually on a live horse? So I think, and then you ask Billy for confirmation. Radar Rob, who's one of the sharpest guys out there, and then the money showed up. Like it all came together. We should have probably gone back and canceled all of our other bets and just singled it 6.
Little Red Feather Racing.
And that was another one that I kind of almost bought into and said, nope, I have enough. And here we go again. The other one I almost bought was Ice Cream You Scream, who's now probably going to sell for a couple of million here.
Well, Larry Darren Miller, thanks you, because he ended up getting a share of that horse. Let me see. Dan H, are you alive? You are alive. Good for you. Greg Skelton, thanks for the show, guys. Let's have a day. I don't want to talk over the Pegasus, so if they're about to go off, please interrupt me. We'll give that race the respect it deserves. Dan H started with a double and a downhill from there. Well, that's why we're here. If you're stuck at Gulfstream, Santa Anita is fresh, coming in hot. Jay, welcome back. We missed you the last show. Love your expertise. Went spready here, but you did catch the 6. Love Disco Time 2-1. I liked him the first time I bet him at 17-1. Good for you. I kind of like the other Brad Cox. I think I'm going to say I just don't want Full Serrano to win because I bet so much money on Full Serrano in the Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge to try and make a big move after betting Forever Young and getting some bankroll. And Full Serrano could not have run worse. So if that horse wins today, I'm going to be very upset. I'm already upset because test score won. Ciaran and I needed test score on the show.
Oh,
Singled last time and got one of the worst rides you'll ever see from a professional jockey.
yeah, no
Today it
comment
gets
on
there. Manny Franco wins for fun at 7-1.
that. Yep.
Right? Dan
Oh.
Gonzalez, love the show. Shout out. Thank you, Dan, for joining us. Hey, Brooklyn John, great to see you back. Hey, we're always here. Great to see you back. Oh, Kaiying Rising and Romantic Warrior are running tonight.
So my pivot ticket, Frank, I went. I probably mistyped it in there, so I did 6. I was going to single my 10 in the next leg of the all turf, but I threw your 7 in reluctantly. I actually liked the ticket. So I got 6 with 7-10 with 1, 2, 4, 5, and then the one I put in there earlier.
Why did you say reluctantly? I thought you liked the 7.
I did, but I tried to keep tight on some tickets. I spent more than I should have on today's. What's going to happen?
Ciaran's on tilt today. I can look at him. He had a big day yesterday. He gave it all back times 10, messing around at Gulfstream. So it's not our fault, man. This is a Santa Anita show. Let's go.
Yep.
You need an attitude adjustment right here, Ciaran.
All right.
Attitude adjustment.
Let me find.
Get more drunk.
No, I got to go down to the bar, but it's so far away. Hang on. Where?
Well, you could take a break. Why don't we watch?
I'm trying to find my.
Together?
I had. Well, you guys, we can't do it on the show. I'm sure you saw Frank and I's AI image battle last night. I think I won the battle, but we shall see.
Do you? I don't.
My response to the Pegasus one, you threw fruit at me, but yours was.
Ciaran, you know what the funny thing is? I was doing that video where you were getting hit in the face with a thrown tomato. The same time you were doing a video where you were smashing my head with horse poop. We both came up with the same concept independently.
Yeah, mine's better, but I can't show it here, so you can watch it.
It's like when Newton and Leibniz discovered algebra at the same time, except they're geniuses and we're clowns.
I mean, I have to say, like, people talk about it, the amount of businesses, and this is like still, like, AI right now is like preschool, you know what I mean? Like that, where it's going to be. But the technology, the amount of industries that are going to get wiped out by, you used to look at our logo that we had set up, Frank. It took like a month to get that. Now we can do it in 1 minute.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's still jobs for handicappers, right? Because they can't do everything. Let me keep rolling through the comments while we're waiting for the Pegasus to go off. Chris, thanks for joining us. Good luck today with your work covering basketball. You're like the hardest working guy in showbiz, man. You do a lot. So
we need San Diego State to hold on here. UNLV, come on.
Ciaran hates when I talk about the audience. He wants to talk about basketball. All right, here we go. I'm going to keep going. You watch the game. Pete, thank you. Thanks for the 6. Appreciate it, guys. That was all Ciaran. Yeah, Rispoli broke his ankle. Unfortunately, there was a ugly incident at Gulfstream.
I'm going to mute because it's getting loud again.
Charlie, thanks for joining us. Here is a stat. Viewers playing the Pegasus post not. Wow, 1 for 30 in the Cup race. That's very interesting. Yeah, outside at Gulfstream, Pegasus 4 and 10 to win. Let's see, who are those horses? Because I know that's not disco time. Banishing, wow, very interesting. That'll be in 10, Micah. I love it, Jay. You're super contrarian. I really like when you throw your picks up there, make us look at stuff. Do you remember the test? Yes, John, you remember it. We all remember it. All right, they're going into the gate for the Pegasus. We're going to give that race the respect it deserves, so I'm going to start muting myself. I like Tappan Street for what it's worth, but I didn't really cover the race that much. All right, good luck, everybody.
My horse.
I should just listen to Terry. She's been a Skippy Longstocking fan forever. 20-1.
Yeah, great price.
I did not bet the race because I stay on brand. I'm all about the low takeout wagers at Santa Anita Park. Congrats to anyone who had Skippy. So that was Safi Joseph running 1-2, right?
Yep.
White Barrio had to question the ride. Moved a little too early there, Ira.
Yeah, I mean, at first it looked like it was going to be a winning move, but then I was like, yeah, you moved too early.
Definitely moved too early.
Who was on White Barrio anyway?
Irad and then Tyler Gaffalione was on the 5. That is a double for Safi Joseph. Wow. So now the chatter is going to start because you remember White Barrio was a vet scratch on track at the Breeders' Cup, and now comes back and wins.
That's right.
You know, a massive race. I really like that horse. That horse was very, very good to me when Dutro trained the horse to win the Breeders' Cup Classic a few years ago. What a great horse. I mean, $7 million winner coming into this race. This race is worth $3 million for second place. Not bad.
No.
But big day for Safi Joseph. But you know what? That race is in the books.
Yeah, and now everyone's going to go. They're going to need to get out now. They're coming over here. They're like, what do we got? We can get the low takeouts because they've not got any. I mean, it's all been jackpot, 20 cent, high takeout bets over there at Gulfstream. So
yeah, all that stuff. But you know, to the credit of Santa Anita and Gulfstream, they do have the coast to coast that are linked together and the Sunset, and those are both retail friendly bets. So good luck to everybody who is alive in those joining us. I kind of feel like we need to do a little mini restart to the show here, Ciaran.
By royal decree, like and subscribe to Double Trouble Live on YouTube.
I suppose I should do our music, should I?
By royal decree, like and
Verses of the.
I want to take this time to tweet something. So let's play our music. We're restarting the show. Let me pick Ciaran back up.
Gas comes on, we forget their name. 10 minutes later, we're both in their game.
Oh, the music's not playing. I don't know what happened. Oh, there it is.
No, I hear it. Let it play for a while. I'll give you a thumbs up.
All right.
Quitter. If your life's too normal, play right now. These two are unhinged, and we don't know how. Jackets, racks, meet your phone, get ready to vibe. It's Double Trouble Live. It's the chaos track.
Now offered at the Great Race Place. $3 late pick 3 featuring the last 3 races. $5 late double on the last 2 races. Both with a player-friendly 15% takeout. Every race day at Santa Anita Park.
Yep.
I don't know why it does that. It says
Frank,
it's muted.
that is the best bet in racing. Is will Frank mute himself plus or minus +1 or +2, and
you and Dan H should be cleaning up because he started. He was the first one to say, odds on that Frank comes back from a break with his mic muted. But that's a StreamYard thing, man. That's not my fault. But anyway. If you're just joining us now that the Pegasus is in the book, thank you. Welcome to Double Trouble Live. Take 2. We started. We're all alive in the altar.
Jessica, in this race, and
We have a little bit of a break here because we got a dirt race coming up. That's not part of any sequence.
Yeah, I mean, look, we got a. When I was doing my pick here, I went 4-1. You know, the Barrios horse, but the Edwin at 4 here, the 1 to 5 seems reasonable for this horse in this race. But you know, if you wanted to try and beat the horse, I thought the 1. I was actually trying to talk Santa Anita into doing our turf and dirt double yesterday, Frank, low takeout. So.
Yeah, see that's the problem. I have to deliver the message. It's your idea, great idea. But no, seriously, Ciaran makes a great point. One of the reasons we love the late pick 3 and late double so much is because we like to play them as a unit. We play them together. We play them off each other. We don't view them as two discrete, separate wagers because they're inherently tied together because of that 15% minimum, 50% takeout and higher minimum. The all-turf, which we also love, especially when the races are close together like today. So we have race 5, 7, and 9.
And I totally have faith in the Ryan Hansen.
Why not do a $5
It would be interesting to see
double
another barn
starting at this race?
because she is so
Now you can stay in action from your turf, from race 5 to race 6. If you whip from the all-turf, you come back, you have double options going into the middle leg of the all-turf. Live, you have double options into the middle leg for horses you didn't cover. Right? I mean, I think it's brilliant.
She's very live and thought.
Gives us more reasons, like I'm out of the all turf. Well, let me start firing away, or let me recover and whatnot.
You know, you might have to mute yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I think I will. It's gotten loud.
Yeah. I'm going to go through the comments while we're waiting. For those who don't know, Ciaran is actually at Santa Anita. He was there yesterday. He was so desperate for attention because I kept getting called to do all the shows that he figured if he showed his face, people would, like, adoring fans would, oh, Ciaran. But, you know, this is what happened instead. Let me show you. It's kind of sad, actually, but, you know, we still love him. Frank and his adoring fans. Ciaran getting whacked in the face with a tomato. He actually came back with a very good video, which I think he can show. If he uploads it, I think he can show it. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's rated PG. But yeah, we can show that later on in the show. But anyway, let's look at some pays here. Let's put this up. All right. We're going to look at the probables from this race to the next race because the next race is the middle leg of the all-turf, but it's also the start of the late pick 3. I was going to look at some probables here, Ciaran, to see which horses were taking money in race 7. So let's go. All right, the favorite in this leg is the 4, no surprise. The 4-7 double combo, the 7, who was the key to my day, my single on everything, take a breath, is hammered. The 4-7 probable, $8. In the next leg, the second choice is the 5 at $14. Who is the 5? Willa T, very interesting. Starter allowance horse, ran okay in the Frankel. Good come home times. Kimura's been riding well. Yakteen is a great trainer. I just think there's some class issues there. So I know Ciaran likes that horse a little bit. So let's see if his 10 is taking money. Yeah, the 10 is the third. Oh, no. So 7, 5. The 10 is the third choice in the double, $21. And
I'm
then
a little surprised. I'm a little surprised, but I'm happy. I mean, your 7's getting all the money. What, $9 on the double?
Yeah.
Mine's 21. I mean, that tells you the 7's a pretty
big fit. Yeah,
that's going to be like
probably going to be 7 to 5. Let me look.
I think it might be even money or slightly under. Looking at that pay, that's low.
Well, don't forget though, we have a 1 to 2 shot to start it. So that.
Well, even out of this race, I thought, well, the 1 into your 4 is 50. One into the 7 is 35, Frank. One into the 10 is 40. I was just looking at what my backup play was possibly.
No, but see my point there. The discrepancy there isn't as great.
Yes.
Right. I think a lot of the reason that combo is so short is because of wish they all could be in this leg. So that's a little more normal to me. I think based on that and based on what I'm seeing on the optics imputed odds, they have right now they have Take a Breath going to be around 5-2. I'm probably thinking like 2-1, 9-5, a little shorter. Willa T at 5-1, Royal Charter at 8-1, and then Ciaran's Resolve also at 5-1. So those are the ones that are taking the money.
Yeah, like my notes
is going to be a price.
Like my notes on Royal Charter in the next one. Mullins is on fire, but this jockey's only 8% for him, and then it's another one of those where I go, a different jockey, I would have upgraded that horse. I think it's just some of these horses just need a fresh dude in the irons, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course it makes sense. How about this? Going back to the Pegasus. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Jeff's wife was out all day, comes home, plays Skippy Longstockings. Also Terry's favorite horse because of the name. The ladies win based on the names, and the boys lose. Speaking of the boys, good evening, boys. Shapita Capper in the house. Thank you for joining us, man.
Oh, I didn't even
Gulfstream, huh?
I forgot to look to see if we beat him because he beat the host today, wasn't he? I got to see if I actually were. How did his picks do? How'd your picks do, Scott? So we don't even. Did you hit anything?
Was that for Gulfstream or for here?
Was Gulfstream and here. So I think it was the last 5 and.
Did you play?
I did, but I don't think I hit anything.
Well, what? Well,
and I talked mad game. I just want to know if Scott hit anything today. That would be.
I'm gonna say yes. I mean, yeah, Scott. Let us know how you did. What your thoughts are, maybe for some of the upcoming races. Any Pegasus thoughts? Big day, huge day for Safi Joseph there. Running through, it's all good. That's awesome. Here Saturday they do lives. Yeah, gets loud. A lot of background noise with Ciaran. Yeah, we know. We'll be better about that. Sorry, but
well, yesterday was different. Today they're just for every race, they're doing like a really quick update and giving you some stuff. But there's a huge speaker right behind the Double Trouble Live lounge. Unfortunately,
it's all right. That's all right. Thank you for letting us know. We will mute Ciaran when it gets really loud. I know that could be a little distracting, but at least you got some ambiance there, right? We get to look at the nice lattice work. Can we get a little view of the track or something? Like give us...
I suppose I could wander over and show you the track.
Yeah, why not? Give us a little tour because we're not playing this race because it's not part of our.
There's nothing on. I mean, it's like a great Irish day. Like the weather is just perfect. Here we go. Can't ask for anything better than that.
Oh my God. Never gets old, man. When you walk out onto the apron and you see the San Gabriel Mountains, I'll tell you, the first time I went to Santa Anita, you see pictures and you're like, oh my God, that looks amazing. It's like a religious experience. It's like, oh.
And it's a whole area that can never get developed, like up in the mountains. So like the view, one would think is going to stay the same, but who knows? I mean, they keep putting houses in places you'd never think they're going to put them.
It is just, I call it God's racetrack just because it's so beautiful. The facility is amazing. I love all the upgrades they made in the grandstand, but they kept all of the Art Deco originals. Like you don't see buildings designed with that kind of detail and the color. Everything is just
Well, look,
Del Mar's my home track, but Santa Anita is like my soul.
Like when they do the movies, horse racing movies, they don't have to adjust anything. It looks like the outside of it looks like it did 60, 70, 80 years ago, Yeah, 1936 maybe, or whatever it was. And yeah, I know that the grandstand is it has to be protected because of the Art Deco design.
We're approaching the starting gate.
Are they already at the gate? Is that what he said? Are they at the gate, Ciaran?
They're approaching the gate. So
okay. Well, let's talk real quick. Let me throw up your.
I mean, I suppose we could kind of talk about, because we end up getting distracted, our horses that we like on the late pick 3 and get an early jump on it. I mean,
that's what I'm putting up right now. But here's the thing: I'm all about the 7, right? We talked about you using some backup horses. I might do a backup ticket with Queen Sienna, but as I said at the start of the show, I said it yesterday on Chappie's show. My day is going to be made or broken with number 7. Take a breath. I
mean, you got a red hot trainer and a red hot jockey. I mean, I can't fault you. I've got the soon to be really red hot jockey, I hope, Barrios, and we'll see. And the Frank off angle.
How about the middle leg? I don't think we talked enough about the middle leg there, Ciaran. Let's talk about the middle leg. This is that tough
race 8. Yeah, I mean, race 8, I ended up going 3-4-2. I went with the Hara O'Neill horse dropping. You know, there she was.
6, 4, 3,
the Baffert JJ horse number 4. That's probably 7-5. Will probably end up going off even money. But I did like number 2, Fugitive Star, and I thought it's really interesting. Barrios was enticed to ride a Turf Paradise horse. And that's why, I mean, they're off Lasix. There was enough question marks where I thought my notes were, what are the will pays and what are the probables? And that's a horse, I think, for race 8 that we got to pay attention to, looking at if there's any money going on it. You know what I mean? I thought that was a horse that we'll see if there's money.
No shot. But
well, maybe not, but let's see if there's money. If the nod's there.
My wise guy horse in that race. My wise guy horse in that race is the 6, Jane Austen. Again, Mark Glatt. First 2 races of her career were phenomenal. Thought enough to run her in the Summer Oaks. Something went wrong. Set the pace. Got tired. Obviously got injured. Came back. 2 turf races, conditioning races. She's not a turf horse. Tries her in the Bayakoa. Has to break from the outside 8 hole. And that was when Glatt was ice cold. Just pretend that race never happened. He runs her back here in a stakes race. He still believes in her. He could have found an N2X to run her in. All right, they're loading. They're going to go off. Good luck, everybody. We'll be right back. All right. Well, I mean, no real surprise there. Would have been nice to see the old girl, Wish They All Could Be, win, just because she's such a cool horse. But she is 8 years old. When I did the show with Chappie, Seminar Skip, and Gino yesterday, those were the 3 horses I was using, the top 3 choices. I had nothing clever in there for the pick 5. Look at that. Thirsty Trickster rolling. We were talking about Tiago Pereira the whole time about how he's been riding really well. And even though at first we questioned why he was on Inbox, because he doesn't ride for D'Amato that often, he proved why he was on Inbox. He won the last race with that horse. Runs here. Wins here. 2 in a row for him. Yesterday we saw KK won the first 3 races of the card. I'm going to tell you, this jockey community out here in Southern California is the toughest it's been in a very, very long time. Very long time. It's not like the old days where Bejarano would be on a 3 to 5 shot every other race. Then Pratt took over, was on a 3 to 5 shot every other race. And then when Pratt left, Juan Hernandez was on a 3 to 5 shot every other race. Juan is still he is a top jock year in and year out, but he's got a lot of competition now, way more than he did 3 or 4 years ago. And we're looking at Frezu is out. He's hurt. He's a top jock. And unfortunately, Rispoli just got hurt today at Gulfstream. So he's out too, but he's a top jock. But now look, you got a guy like Tiago Pereira who could now step up. Top jock, multiple grade 1 winner. Love to see him succeed. If you guys weren't paying attention to Del Mar over the summer, he had an injury. He ended up breaking his jaw, and pretty rough recovery. And one of the highlights of the summer, the PDGF, the Permanently Disabled Jockey Fund, does a fundraiser at the Belly Up. They do jockey karaoke. They do it every year. Terry and I go. We mark it on the calendar. It's one of our favorite events of the summer. And, I wrote about meeting Aggie Ordonez there, one of my favorite trainers. But we also got to spend a little bit of time with Tiago Pereira when he was coming back. And he had just started to ride again, but you could tell, he could hardly talk. Like, he could hardly open his jaw. And the guy's, like, back in the saddle. And I'm going, oh, my God. The jockeys are just absolutely incredible. So to see him, you get a little ring rust. He took him a while to gain traction when he came back. But now he's back to his peak form. He rides a lot of horses for Steve Knapp. Typically does really, really well with Steve Knapp. Nice to see him get 2 wins on a day where, he's getting some opportunities. And Inbox, really, really nice horse. That horse will be in a stakes race next time. Thirsty Trickster, a good hard knocker. And now let us see just how hammered my 7 is here. As I mentioned, the 7 was the key to my day. Singled in my all turf. If you look at my pick 3 pays, let me put them up real quick so we can discuss the start of the late pick 3. Because right now, I am singled to the 7 on every one of my tickets, okay? And I'm fine with that. But because this horse is so short, I know my payouts are going to be a little deflated. I have some choices to make. Do I need to come back and whack some of my combos a few extra times? Or do I stand pat with that horse and maybe play a little bit of a backup ticket? I did not want to play a backup ticket yesterday morning when I did the sequence and did the write-up for the Santa Anita website. But after doing the show with Chappie yesterday and talking to Ciaran, Ciaran mentioned a couple of other horses who, I do think have a chance. He mentioned Willa T, who was taking money in the multis. He mentioned Resolve, who, you know what, I bet that horse a zillion times. I served her divorce papers about 5 starts ago, and I'm fine with that. If she wins today, whatever. I'll just eat it, and I'll live with it. He mentioned the Meissen Queen, young, improving horse. I don't think the horse is quite as good as the best in here yet, but I will say this. Her come-home times are strong enough that today's extra distance should benefit her. The horse I'm most interested in, and now looking at the tote, horse is bent in half. So I like to see that. This horse came up in the discussion yesterday, number 6, Queen Sienna. And it forced me to look a little deeper at the horse because I was immediately married. Is he back yet? Where is he? Look at this guy.
Oh, is it Oh, the tin can Wi-Fi is back.
Yeah.
Yikes.
He's back. Unfortunately, he's back. Let me just finish my thought, Ciaran. I was just saying Queen Sienna is the one that I'm most interested in because I look at closing fractional times, and last time at a mile, this horse was way off the pace, so you expect her to come home pretty quickly, but she came home in 23-1, and that is exceptional. That is way above par for horses of this class. 9 furlongs is going to hit her right between the eyes. If you look at her South American form, 2 for 2, going this distance, third start of the form cycle. I think that horse is the sneaky one, and I like the money the horse is taking. So if I pivot, which I might just do a little saver one with the 6. I'll roll through the comments while Ciaran is getting set up. Yeah, Pereira, 2 in a row. Let's go, Tiago.
Well, we did talk about how he was due to heat up.
I'm removing you, Ciaran, because you're breaking up. Fraser Rispoli do the yeah, it was good. Oh, you were there, Jeff? Oh, I didn't know that. I would have bought you a drink. Evening, gents. Cold Little Rock. Yeah, when does Oaklawn start up again? I know that the second part of their season is coming up pretty soon. I'm going to put up Ciaran's pick 3, so hopefully by the time he gets sorted out there. So desperate for attention that he had to show his face because he won a couple of bets after getting slaughtered by me, and I'm getting all the accolades. So I did this. And now he's banished. He's banished to a room. He can't get, all by himself. He can't get Wi-Fi. That's all right. But I'm gonna put up his picks anyway because the whole story behind that clown image is Ciaran's the first time he met Frank Miramati. Ciaran went up to do Tom Quigley's seminar, and he did a great job. He had like 8 winners that day. He did what Ciaran does. Sometimes he makes great cases for horses. Other times you look at him and go, what is wrong with you? Anyway, he does the show, has a great time. Miramati comes over to him in the Eddie Logan room after and says, hey, I'm Frank Miramati. I saw you on the show. So they start chatting. He goes, man, you did a really good job. Thank you. You're a really good handicapper. I always thought you were a clown. That's one of my favorite stories. And my point is, yeah, they're not mutually exclusive. You can still be a great handicapper and also a clown. And that is why. All right, I think he's back. Let's get him on so we can get serious here.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I had to change my name to Tin Can and a String Wi-Fi because I think everyone's trying to gamble at Santa Anita. The internet went down.
Yeah, it's not your fault because yesterday when I was doing the show with Chappie, he was in his office at Santa Anita, and he had to leave the show because the internet was being wonky. But that's the beauty of the live show, man. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
I mean, it's a beautiful space, but the Wi-Fi is yikes. And what sucks is usually I would hop on my mobile Wi-Fi, but it's almost like the Secret Service is here and they blocked all cell signals as well.
All right, I want to know what people are playing. Ciaran, can you find your picks and put them up so we can discuss them? Let us know. Dan thought the 4 Angelic Appeal could benefit with the cutback. Fast pace last out. 8 and 9 are fast enough here. 4-10 in the turf pick 3. Looking again, you didn't come up with the 7 there, Dan. That worries me a little bit.
Well, I will say, and this is one of my pet peeves, and I'm going to tell you, Frank, and it's my pet peeve and why I did not use Angelica is it's a Phil horse, JJ's riding, but this was a Harrington horse from Ireland, and I am not a fan of any of her horses. I was in a horse with her. She had a horse scratch at the Breeders' Cup. That is, I mean, that horse made...
Look, this horse has been off since 2023.
Yeah,
I mean, D'Amato it took forever for D'Amato to get her back to the races.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, like, that's a trainer I want nothing of when their horses come out here, and they may destroy my tickets. I'm okay with that. It's one of my things. Like I said earlier, I'm not betting South American horses. That's another one. I'm not betting any of her horses. It's an easy.
I understand.
It's one of those
I understand. It'd be different though if the horse just ran and is now making the first start. But D'Amato's had this horse for like 2 years.
Correct.
So I mean, I wouldn't be stubborn about it, but then again, I'm not you.
But I mean, it's one of those things. Like we could, whenever we're handicapping, Frank, as you know, we could find reasons for every horse in a race to bet them, and we gotta kind of use our other reasons not to use them. Otherwise, our tickets are going to be exponentially too big. Oh, Chris Couples won the. There you go. You saw that, right, Frank?
Chris Couples. Oh, all right. Well, congratulations, Chris. Do you know how much he turned his bankroll into?
How much? I don't know.
I'm asking. I don't know.
I don't know. Here, we've got a special guest. I'm gonna hop Radar Rob on here because he was the one.
Yeah.
Come on, we gotta get. You're on the spotlight now.
Radar Rob, my man.
How you doing?
What a pleasant surprise, dude. Awesome.
Double
How are you?
trouble.
She's in the other room. She's cheering.
You guys are double trouble.
You are double trouble, but now we're a triple threat now that you're up here.
Yeah.
You have some plays for us? You playing the slate pick 3?
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
Race number 7. It is a mile and an 8 long.
What do you got? Tell us how we started off. I'm all about the 7 here. I might do a backup with the 6, but my whole day has been built around the 7. Oh, he's muted. You're muted, Rob. Ciaran, oh my God, what a clown. Ciaran, unmute the man.
There he is.
it's very loud right now. They're doing their 30-second preview.
All right, well, then you got to let me know when you're muting it, though.
The speaker in the 100-to-1 room is like right on our head.
All right. Well, why don't we wait until it's over, and then we'll have you do your pick. So why don't you mute it? It's distracting, and I'll tell everybody. So Radar Rob, one of my favorite people at the racetrack. I've known Rob for a long time. He's at the Logan Room all the time. Fires away. Excellent handicapper. Excellent horse player and gambler, tournament player, day-to-day, pick 5, whatever it is. Also a really, really smart owner. Has some horses with Dan Ascarati, a horse he recently sold after the horse did really, really well for him, called Brazenly. Excellent hard-knocking horse. Kerry Gold, another hard-knocking horse. Rob does it the smart way. He's very targeted, and he finds horses that he thinks he can campaign as racehorses. Happy, healthy horses who can run every 2 weeks.
Every 2 to 3 weeks. That's why I was so happy when I saw White Abario run well after they scratched him, because I knew it was like an optics thing, to be honest with you.
We talked about that. It's like, how bad does that look now when he comes back? I mean, for a second, I thought he was going to win. I think, in retrospect, Irad moved a little too early, but at the time, it looked like he was going to make the lead and just distance them. He just got ran down by his stablemate.
I mean, he ran big. He ran huge.
Yeah, huge.
He made what, like 900,000, 800,000? I mean,
yeah.
Geez.
Look, Rob, they're racehorses, right? You find horses who can keep them happy and healthy. They'll run every 2 weeks. They'll pick up their paycheck. They love their job, right? Racehorses for a reason.
100%. I just claimed one on January 11th. Mischief's Causeway. He's going to race the 31st. He's a Calbred, obviously.
Yeah.
I just saw he ran a big race. He ran a 95 number on my figures, Trackmaster. And he was dueling in between horses in a starter race, mile on dirt, and he only lost by a few lengths. He ran like a 95, and that is usually good enough to win a Calbred allowance or be very competitive, is what I look for. So I did claim him, and he's going to run a 6 furlong race on January 31st.
Who did you take him off of?
I claimed off Carla Gaines.
Oh, okay.
So tough to claim off. Yeah, she's not easy, but
no, she doesn't give
doing great.
away.
So the horse is fine, doing great. So we'll see.
With Dan?
With Dan as usual, and just
Nice.
I slowly improve him. Hopefully, knock on wood.
Well,
I got a long term. I'm more of a, you know me. I'm a long term guy. I keep my horse a long time. I don't quick flip. I just put on my health program and hopefully they get better and then
Love it.
I don't care if I get seconds and thirds, but you know you're getting seconds and thirds in those $70,000 races. It's good. Who cares?
Used to be
Right?
a Calbrat. No, I love it. So Mischief's Causeway is it the name?
Mischief's Causeway. Yes.
All right. Well, now we got to get serious, man, because you got to sing for your supper. You playing this late pick 3? What are we doing? What are your
So
thoughts
pick
on
three,
late pick
yeah,
3?
I can kind of hear you pretty good. I went in the 7th race. I went with the 5-7-10 with 3-4-5 with 1-9
Hold on.
on
I'm
my
going
pick 3
5-7-10 with 3-4-5
with 1-9. Good.
1-9.
Good night, Nelly. I love the replay on that horse. I love the Mathis claim. Looks like he improved the horse big time. And I thought that horse definitely has run good on turf in previous races. And he had a really tough trip and still won pretty easily, I thought, despite all the trouble. And so the rail.
What about if this race? Because this is the key to my whole day. I'm all about the 7. If you could only single one horse in this race, who would you pick? I heard you, Ciaran. Who would you pick?
Now I can hear you.
If you could only, if you had to single.
If I had to single, I would single the 7.
Okay, that gives me confidence because that horse. My whole day is built around that horse. But I am going to do a little bit of a backup ticket with the 6. Because I think the 6 is sneaky, and the 6 is
100%
money, right?
I use the 6. I have a maybe wide. I was going to say I also have a wider ticket where I use the 3, 5, 6, 7, 10.
Okay.
With the same horses.
Give us your wider ticket. Hold on, I want to edit it.
Well, I will say, like Frank,
3, 5, 6, 7, 10.
3, 5, 6, 7, 10 with 3, 4, 5 with 1, 9.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. I want to put that up there.
So Frank, you know, we didn't do it because we had all the loud stuff going on.
Track for the 7th race.
What? I didn't hear.
Every time he talks, Frank comes on.
7 minutes to put.
So the 10 is
7th date for Cameron's graduation.
I can hear you guys though. What's going on?
so 10 took the most money on the pick 3, Frank. 10 is paying $25, which I like seeing. $25.60. Your 7 is at $31, Frank, and the 3 is at $29.60. Your horse is actually the 3rd favorite. I love seeing that. And we're getting 4-1 right now on the 10. And the double, the 10 is paying 34, Frank. Your 7 is paying 40. The 5 is paying 37, and the 3. Your 7 did not get bet by the smart money on the double or the pick 3, just so you know, Frank. I love seeing that.
He's the only speed in the race, kind of. I mean, I don't
It's probably
really
going to be like yesterday.
Here.
Frank had this horse that he was like, his day was all keyed around. And I think the horse just finished the race this morning or got a new horse.
It was that O'Neill Jaramillo horse dropping in class with speed. It was like Tokenite or something like that. I thought the horse was going to be 3-5 and run off the screen. They did not bet the horse. The horse took no sneaky money and ran horribly.
Well, I was on the same horse you were, Frank, on there. I know exactly who you're talking about, the O'Neill. Yeah. And he ran up the track. He did terrible.
Yeah, but the money reflected that. So I was like, oh, yes. The money is so much more sophisticated now.
He did not get bet at all. You're right. Like I was kind of right. We're with you on that one.
Well, let's look. So we all think in the next race. I mean, the money is the 4 is going to be the favorite. I'm assuming in the next leg, that Baffert horse, and the 7 into the 4 is $21. 7 into the 6 is $25. 10 into the 4 is 21. So there's not a whole lot. Looking at where the money is, I don't think the 7 will stay favored. We'll see. That's just I think my 10 is going to get the money late, but we shall see.
I thought
Yeah.
the 7 definitely ran the better race of the 2 in the common race the last time. He had a wider trip. He was closing. Mile and an 8th. There's not a lot of speed in here. It's going to be tough for to close, but I mean, I would single the 7. I like the last work; looked great.
I am a little worried about the lack of money in the double and the pick 3. Like,
and that
Ciaran's
is
right.
always it's the pick 3 is where, like, as we know, Frank, the pick 3 guys do their money early, and
They do,
and then they
Yeah,
adjust on the double.
He's
They've
the
not
third
adjusted.
choice.
They are not adjusting the double or the pick 3. Like the 7. I'm looking at this. I'm getting 7 to 2. I'm telling you right now, I think Frank, the 10 is going to go off at 2 to 1, and the 7 will go off at 5 to 2 slight. Just looking at
Yeah,
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
I'm looking at optics, the imputed double odds right now, which takes into account not just the favorite to the into the next, takes the whole pool, every horse, every combination. So Take a Breath, 3 to 1 in the imputed odds, Resolve 7 to 2. So slight favorite in the imputed odds for Take a Breath, but I really expected that horse to be like 9 to 5. I'm a little worried.
Yeah,
Especially the way yesterday, where my lock of the day did not take money, and like Ciaran said, it's still running.
and I mean, the other interesting thing is, as hot as KK is, and you know how it is on this track, guys just hop on the hot jockey and hot trainer. I would have thought Willa T would have gotten more action than it is. So I think that's a sneaky one as well that you don't have. I know you guys talked about Miz and Queen, right? I've got that on one of my spready kind of tickets.
I did not, but the fact that Glatt's so hot and really not taking money here is a little concerning for sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. I'm really, really worried now.
That's usually the smart guys usually.
Well, let's just hope our 6 comes in here, because I thought that horse was sneaky, real sneaky.
I just bet win money on the 6, and I also did that pivot pick 3 with the 6. If the other horses beat me, I'll live with that. I don't really like them, to be honest with you. So if I have to pick one other horse, I'm picking the 6.
Like we
come back with the double.
We can fix or press our bets with the double, which is why these handcuffed bets, like, people treat them as separate bets, Frank, and we keep talking about it, but I think we need to keep talking about it because people still aren't betting them correct. Use them together, and use them to press when you're ahead and cover when you miss something. I mean, that's the beauty of it.
I agree.
How many minutes to post are we at right now?
We're 2 minutes to post.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see.
I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go make a bet.
Radar Rob,
bet this pick 3. I got to put it on myself. Good luck, everybody.
We'll see you soon, man. What a nice surprise. All right, what a great surprise, Ciaran. Rolling through the comments, Dan, using Mullins' Royal Charter. Was that one of yours? That's the 3 horse.
I mean, I had it on there, and I mean, what did I put?
So let's see what happens after this 2-minute cutoff, Ciaran.
That was the one thing I was like, Mullins is on fire, and I mean, it might come back and burn me, but I thought this is another one of my stubborn things. I want to see a different jockey on this horse, plain and simple. And I mean, if it burns me, it burns me, but that's my feel on it.
Nick, is this you or is this Chris Couples? Because if this is you, heck of a day. 61,000.
Wow.
I think this is probably what Chris Couples did, because we asked what the winner did. But Nick, let us know if you played, how you did, etc., etc. Fast Horses today. Thank you for joining us.
Hey.
You can plug. I don't mind. We'll check you out, but you have to give us something, though. You got to give us something. Who do you like in the last race? That's your assignment, Fast Horses, because I think that's the toughest race of the sequence. Fast Horses today, we will check you out, but give us something in the last so we can put it up in the chat. What do you guys think of the 4 here?
In this race, Angelic Appeal. That was one I think they probably missed when I talked. I'm not a fan of the trainer in Ireland, and it's taken Phil a long time to get back. Now, if there's anyone who can turn around a turf horse, as we know, Frank, it's Phil D'Amato.
Yeah.
I just liked other ones more, even though I kind of went spready on the ticket. But I would not talk you off the horse, even with my biases, because you never know. Like Phil is the man when it comes to these, these kinds of horses. He's the horse whisperer.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Someone else mentioned that horse as well. So that horse is getting a little chatter in the chat. Fast Horses today is sharp. I'm not downing it right there, Fast Horses. But he's got to contribute, man. He's got to contribute. Let's see it. Let's do it.
I will say my sneaky one in here, Frank, is Mizzen Queen, just because.
We already talked about Mizzen Queen.
Getting them out again.
He cannot share the screen in the chat.
Delayed, Frank.
Fast Horse is a very solid handicapper. Yeah, I mean, I love he's on the show. I really appreciate it. Happy to give him a plug. Charlie Steinbrenner, race 7, number 10 is the win. That's Ciaran's Resolve. They're loading into the gate. I'm going to mute us pretty soon. Take a Breath 2-1. Resolve 5-2. That worries me a little bit. All right, good luck, everybody. We'll be back after the race. What's this a little bit? Victor Espinosa. Terry's happy. Favorite jock. How about we talked about... Ciaran wanted to talk about every horse in the race, all his long shots. Wah, 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 wah. The only one that mattered was the 6, Queen Sienna. Hope you guys listened. Win bet, pivot bet. 7 got a horrible ride. Horrible ride. Jaramillo, as good as he is, he does not know how to ride this turf course yet. How about my 6, Ciaran?
The 10 ran better than your 7, though. Your 7, 6 was a great pivot indeed. I lost the photo there again, but your 7 was nowhere again. Came too late. Harris should have won that race. That 7 was so loaded. That is one of the worst. And I'm not, again. No, that was a bad ride.
This is being an analyst.
That horse, even Frank, you could tell with the way his voice was going, he thought the 7 was going to run away with that race.
Yeah, and Frank doesn't miss.
No,
stuff.
you could tell and then
Here's what happened. He rode it like a dirt race. You
Correct.
cannot win with a 3-wide move around the turn on any turf course in Southern California. That was a bad ride.
But hey, Radar Rob with the 6, and you got to pivot on it too. You got it live on a ticket, right?
And I bet to win. I told everybody I'm betting the horse to win. Your 10 ran really well, but you know what? Your 10 did what your 10 always does. That's why I divorced the 10 ages ago.
Supercab posted the inquiry.
Inquiry. All over. Ciaran, your long shot.
Inquiry.
Well, ooh. Uh-oh. I might be getting taken down. Oh, they're lucky the Irish. Let's see how lucky you are, Ciaran. Oh, my God. This would be just like it. Just like it.
Yeah, Frank, they're taking the 6 down, Frank.
He's good. He's good.
No, you're fine. It's not involving the 6.
I was going to say, like, let's see the luck flip-flop.
No, it's something with the 4, so it has nothing to do with the winner.
What I was saying,
Frank, we saw the same replay.
The 6. Good.
You never got ridden last time, right?
All right, Rob's going to take over the rest of the show. I'm going to go to the restroom now.
That was a great pick, Frank. I had him too.
It was awesome. I give I forget who said it on the show. I think it might have been Seminar Skip. He made a push for that horse, and then we all looked at it more closely, and we're like, okay, yeah, let's go back and look at this horse. I think the 7 probably would have won with more of an inside type trip, but that's racing, right? I mean,
that's racing.
Let me roll through the comments real quick, Rob, if that's okay. You hear? The 10 hung. Yeah, the 10 did what the 10 always does, which is why I stopped betting the 10 5 races ago after she took all my money and never won. She ran a great race, though. She had a wide trip, too. Ocho. Yeah, Victor's hot, man. He's back in California. He's hungry. For me to bet Victor Espinoza on the turf takes a lot because he and I are not simpatico. His riding style does not favor the type of turf horses I like to bet on. But that horse is a nice horse. That horse will end up in some stakes races.
Frank's talking on the speaker right now.
It is
all right, so Rob live 3, 4, and 5. Rob, I put your picks up there. 3, 5. You're alive to the 3, 4, 5, and the 1, 9. I am alive to the 6, 4, 5, 4, 1. Ciaran is alive to nothing.
22 minutes to put.
Big fat 0.
It is funny how Frank's day was like, I'm all about the 7, and now he's like, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread because Rob gave him the 6, who I invited on, so I get credit for Frank's pivot. No, I'm just being a smartass. That's why we do the live show, right, Frank? We pivot
100%.
live.
Yep.
We pivot live. We adjust our bets. You loved the 7 all day long. All your bets were about the 7, and you're alive because you added in the 6.
I pivoted, yes.
That's what we're supposed to do. That's the whole purpose of this show.
You're supposed to look at the odds board, see what's cold, see what's hot.
But I was busy like shining the light on, so you looked good. And,
the horse was bet in half.
Yep.
And never moved. Was 7-1 the whole time. Anytime the pool changed, they kept firing. I love to see that. So that right away, I brought it up because Skip mentioned it on the show yesterday, and then Rob is like, "Yes, absolutely."
And the other thing that people need to be aware of, and you say it a lot more than I do, Frank, especially when you key in on a horse. Like, how many times did you say, yeah, I'm a little bit worried that my Glatt horse is not getting the money? And that's more times than not. If you're not a stubborn gambler like a lot of us are, when you see that kind of indication, if you're really high on a horse and your bets are more skewed to it, it might be a sign to chop those bets in half and maybe spread a little bit more on the other ones, as we saw, I mean, a lot of us don't do that. And maybe the show, I mean, I know I've kind of gotten better. I know you have too, Frank. Like, the pivot is how you make money, especially on these low takes.
Yeah, immediate pivot.
You come into the day, you have to have an opinion, right? You have to have a little bit of a game plan. But like I said, Mike Tyson. Everyone has a game plan until you get punched in the face, right? So you look at the odds board, you look at the will pays, you hear. So
and then you
doing
also
the
look at the
handicapping shows and listening to some really smart guys will put you on a horse that maybe you overlooked. So that's what happened yesterday. I was stubborn and locked in on the 7, but then it came up in conversation on the show yesterday with the 6. Bet in half. We talk about it today. We make a good case. Look at the odds. Okay. I don't have
Now,
to be
I'm not
stubborn.
making an excuse. If I was not remote at Santa Anita and I was sitting at home on the computer, Frank, I would have thrown in a bet with the 6, but internet bad, you know what I mean? But that you did the correct thing.
I know.
That was the
I
good
don't know.
pivot.
I don't know, Ciaran. I don't know because you're at the racetrack. You can walk up right to Bobovich and put your money where your mouth is. So
no, not really. We're upstairs.
You're full of beans.
No, we can't. The machines all turned off.
Yeah, the machines are turned off up here, but
all turned off.
So that's why I knew I had to sign out with 2 minutes left. I'm glad I did because I ran down there quickly. And
hold on though. Here's the thing, Rob. He's saying if he was at home, he would have had the horse. He is at the racetrack.
You could have.
I would have only done it $3. Like I would have done it,
racetrack. He could go to any self-service machine. There's like 1,000.
There's none up here, Frank. You know where we are. You remember?
Ciaran, you left. Rob was doing the show. You left. Guys, am I right or wrong? He's like saying he would have had the horse if he was at home. There's no excuse. He's at the racetrack. No, you left and made your bet. You know what I mean? Like, there's no excuse. All right, let's talk about this race, Rob, because I thought this was pretty tough.
Perfect example. So I kind of, when I first gave you my ticket, I had kind of narrowed to the 3 horses in the first leg. Yes. And then I went, well, really my spread is this. I was just trying to give the people out there a cheaper ticket. But I really like the spread, and I actually, the more I thought about it, I'm just going to use all 5 on every ticket, and I did, and I'm glad I did. Obviously now, because I went 5 deep after talking with you, and you liking the horse as well.
I coaxed it out of you because we were talking about the horse, and you're like, I'm going, well, it's not on your ticket, and you're like, well, actually, I have a bigger ticket, so I understand you don't want to give out a big price ticket on the show. But you know what? No, we have really smart group of people here. They're adults. They make their own decisions based on our conversation.
I mean, I'm used to Frank's.
If they want to play the big ticket, they will. If they don't, they won't. So I'm glad that you actually put out your spread ticket because we're live in the first leg with a 7-1 shot. So don't worry about the size of the ticket. You know what I mean? Like, we make our own decisions.
I mean,
here.
you know me, I play pretty large, so I mean, larger than most people.
This is a gambling show. Everyone takes the information and does their own thing, right?
Rob,
so
if I told you I won a single in the last leg, Rob,
you can't shut up.
Single would be the 1 horse in the last leg if I had to single.
He's so desperate for attention, he's talking off screen. But anyway, market. It's a great lesson of not getting locked into a pick. I got off disco time earlier at Gulfstream when I saw how amped up he was. Yeah, I mean, look, all the shows we do all week, all the handicapping we do, it is 100% valuable. But at the end of the day, this is a gambling game. This is a wagering game. It's about how you structure your tickets and who you use based on the information in real time that is available to you. But let's talk about this race, Rob, because I thought this was tough. Nick Seaver says, give me the other Baffert Udi on a 13-day turnaround. I absolutely think that horse is live. I don't know why Brilliantly was 7-1 on the line. Let me open the tote. Is she getting money here?
Nope. Uti is not getting money, correct?
No, I meant Brilliantly. I was surprised Brilliantly was 7-5. Like, why was she 7-5? What has she done to make her 7-5?
I mean, the works last time were obviously really good, but Baffert always works well, obviously, right? So, I do know that Nafisa is a $1.8 million horse, so they always had high hopes for this horse, and she put it all together last time. I thought so. There she was.
Somebody hit the coast to coast pick 5
carryover,
and so we are going to have a huge carryover of $149,000.
Wow, we might have to pivot and focus on that tomorrow. That's pretty good.
Combining races from Gulfstream and Santa Anita Park tomorrow.
Okay. So tomorrow, big carryover, coast to coast pick 5, $149,000.
And that is a $1 bet, right?
$1 bet.
And a low 15% takeout. And I believe it's retail only. I don't think the computers are allowed to play that.
No,
bet,
the computers do not take that bet. It's only at the track. So you got to show up at the track tomorrow.
We might have to do a show around that there.
Having said that, on the 8th race, as we were talking about, the 3 I thought obviously has a massive shot. Obviously, Doug O'Neill is really hot. I did notice, if you watch the replay, that DeMuro, the horse, hated the kickback. The jockey hated it. He changed the goggles 4 times.
Wow.
On the back. That's how bad the kickback
horse are you
was.
Talking about? Which horse?
The 3 horse.
That's my
That's something I noticed on the replays. He changed 4 times before he got out, and he actually kind of closed on brilliantly in that race. This
is my top. That's my
so
and this is a horse.
Take that for what you want, but that's a lot of kickback.
Yeah, that horse is used to being forwardly placed. So to run that well based on that adversity, absolute upgrade there.
100%. So that's why 3-4 would definitely be my top plays here, no doubt. And then the 1 in the last race, and I thought the one had a big shot. The replay was really, really nice to me. I personally went on my pick 3s. I went 1, 3, 5, 9 on my spread, and 1, 9 on my narrow down. So if I was going to do a double here, I would do 3-4 with 1, 9.
Actually, no, not if you're doing a double.
Well, I'm going to.
That's why it's double trouble, Rob. So hold on.
You're right. There is no if. I'm going to run down and do it.
You are going to do it. So what is your double here? I want to put it on the board.
I'm going to do a 3-4 with 1, 9.
3-4 with 1, 9. I love it.
Obviously, you got to really kind of narrow down on doubles, and I like to do like $50 to $100 doubles. So that's definitely what I'm going to do.
I'll let people decide for themselves what they want to bet, but that's why also another reason we do the show, because we want to keep it going, right? Based on the results of the first leg of the pick 3, you now have options in the double. So
yes,
you're not using 5 in the last race, Rob?
3-4 with 1, 9. This was my pivot was 6-4. So you like the 3. So I might want to play doubles using the 3 to the 5-4-1 in the next, right? Because
yes.
If one of those 3 horses wins in the last race, and I get knocked out here, I lose all the equity I had on the long shot in the first leg. So I need to make sure I'm getting paid in the nightcap in the double if I whiff here. So I have to do a pivot based on this.
Interesting data here in the 9th race. At 6 furlongs, when the rail is 20 feet out, 9 out of the last 10 races have been won by closers at 6 furlongs on the turf with the rails at 20 feet. 9 out of 10, all closers.
Okay, that's very interesting. Is that why you like the horse on the outside, the 9?
Yes, that's why I definitely knew I had to use the 9. Thought he ran the biggest number. Big disadvantage, obviously, out there, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Try to save ground, make one big move, right?
I think Millie's talking right now, so it's difficult to hear.
Yeah, I'm going to mute you. I have you on mute. Rob, we got about 12 minutes. I'm going to go let you make your bets. I need Ciaran to come back on because we need to do a community bet where we take everyone's opinion and play the late double. So we have your picks in the pick 3 and the late double. And now, Ciaran, time for Ciaran to show up and do some work.
All right, Ciaran. Ciaran's up.
Thank you. Thanks, Rob. Really appreciate the time.
Play is coming back on the short ride. But because it was kind of like a workout.
Ciaran just mooned us, guys. I mean,
Thanks, Bob. Good job as
dude,
always.
he's a child. When he is not winning, he is an absolute child. Do you have a double play? You want to put it up on the screen so we can do a community ticket? Do you have a double play for us? Oh, sorry. You're muted, Ciaran. Ciaran's muted. Paul Victory is 5-6 in the double. That's a nice cold double there. Nafisa, okay.
It's going to be loud for the next minute, Frank, so I'm going to mute.
All right, I'm going to run through the chat, Ciaran's least favorite part of the program because it's not about him. $20 double, Nick Sievers, 1 here. That's Uti with the 7-9 in the next. Let me see who those are. Mendelssohn's Angel should trip out really well. Stalking trip on the outside. And then the 9, yeah, Radar Rob talked about that horse. Speed in the race, best closer. Those are going to pay really, really well. I like that bet a lot. And then also to the 3 and the 4 in the last. Lamborghini, one of the Mathis horses. I like the other one better, the rail horse, actually. But that horse has a shot. And then Crystal Clean. Yeah, the dirt races have been really good. We'll see if this horse can transfer to the turf. And then, I love the way he's structuring his tickets here because this is what we do. He's going to do another double starting with the 4 in here. That's Baffert's Brilliantly. 2 of those same horses in the next. The only thing I'll say, Nick, is that you probably want to look at the double pays with the 4 Brilliantly to start because, if that horse is getting hammered in the double, $5 might not make you the money that you hope to get out of the race. But I don't need to tell you advice. I mean, you got shows going on, you got tournament victories and all that stuff. But let's look at that. Let's see what they're paying, actually. We have the benefit of looking at the pools. So 4 to the 3. Okay, 197. That's terrific. Let me see your plays again. Hold on. 3, 4, 7, 9. So 4 with 3, 197. Yeah, 4 with 4 is 45. I don't know how strongly you feel about the 4 in the nightcap, but you might want to up the amounts on that. 7, 200. That's terrific. 9, 131. That's good too. Yeah, they're all playing really, really well except to the 4. And that's something I need to think about because my sneaky play in here is number 6, Jane Austen. Baffert has 3 horses in here. That's not usually a great sign. I think Brad Free did an article about that a while ago because everyone's always like, oh, it's the other Baffert. Always, when he enters 2 horses, it's the other Baffert, the longer price Baffert. And then he did an article and said, well, that's anecdotally and, people remember that, but it's not really true. We remember it because it's, unusual, right? The longer horse wins. And, of course. And then he did another stat. Like when he enters 3 in a race, his stats are not very good. He doesn't have a lot of confidence in any of his horses, which is why he enters 3. Now, that being said, this isn't the strongest group in the world, and it's a short field. But because of that, I wanted to find something clever. I'm going to go back and use the 3 that Rob mentioned because I don't have the 3 in any iteration. Number 6, Jane Austen. I don't have to do anything because I'm alive in my pick 3 to this horse, but don't sell this horse too short. This horse has a lot of talent. Those first 2 races of her career, I know they came back in 2024, but she was awesome. She was awesome. She showed that she was stakes quality. So it's no surprise that Glatt ran her in the Summer Oaks. Didn't work out. Clearly something went wrong because she disappeared for more than a year. Glatt is usually really good off the bench, but you could tell when he entered her in a turf race, he had a plan. Turf race to stretch the legs, stretch her out to a mile again on the turf, conditioning race for fitness, point her to the Bayakoa, drew the 8-hole, was 19-1, was overmatched. Glatt was ice cold then. Ice cold. if he didn't think she's a 5-year-old mare, he could run her in an upper level allowance race. He could run her in a conditioned allowance race. He could run her for a high tag. He has options with her. No, he runs her back in a stakes race. Give her another shot. I think she's sneaky in here, but I got to go look at the double because I do not have anything. Let me look at the board here. Udi 6-1. I definitely want to use Udi. 3, 5-2. I definitely want to use the 3. Brilliantly, I have already, and I'm not that interested. I am a little surprised at the money that Nafisa's taking. Anyone out there really like Nafisa in here? I mean, she's in great form, but it's not really a typical Baffert pattern, right? Let me roll through the comments and see here. Ciaran, you're still on mute, by the way, if you're ready to join us.
No, they decided to keep talking, and it's so loud, Frank, so I'm muted. They're still blabbing.
Fair enough. Just hop on whenever you're ready. Green note on the 3, by the way. Yeah, I'm assuming that Paul is referring to optics here. The green, anything green on optics, pay attention. Nick Sievers, 4-4 is 40. Yeah. Nick, I got your back, man. I know you got ours. You put us on a horse by sniffing out money in the pools. That's what the crew's all about. We help each other. We want everybody to win. So, yeah, I would just up those amounts based on the will pays. All right, 5 with 1-9. A Nafisa fan. Okay, SC3 Pete. Give us your case for Nafisa. Not the typical Baffert, right? I mean, it took forever to break the maiden. Was running her on turf. Comes back all out to break her maiden in a sprint race. But then she comes back in a mile race here against allowance horses and absolutely crushes. I will say this, that division, the N1X division for fillies and mares here in Southern California, not proper allowance horses. That was such a weak field. Anyone out there who's got a gazillion dollars and is interested in owning horses, find a trainer who will pick out fillies and mares for you, bring them to California, and you will own that division. Own it. Usually it's like 4 or 5 horses. They're usually starter allowance horses. There's a lot of money. If it's Calbred, you get a bonus. That division is ripe for the taking. But again, not a typical Baffert, right? This wasn't the plan, but she's doing so well. Why not take a shot with a horse who's in such good form? I'm going to be stubborn. I'm not going to use her. But good luck to you. John Alwell, I had no intention of betting the 6. Thanks, guys. All right, John, thanks for pivoting with us. Really appreciate it. All right, Froggy Mushroom is on the 5, Nafisa. 5 doesn't need the lead. Yeah, that's true. 5 should trip out really well. Nick, 3 looks like going to be the fit. Wow, okay.
All right. Finally. I thought we talked a lot, Frank. Yeah.
Well, dude, we're doing a show. We can't have dead air.
Well, it's so loud. I mean, I keep forgetting that on Saturdays they do a literally 5-minute preview of every race, you know? They just went longer today.
Well, here, Ciaran, we got plenty of time. I know it says 2 minutes, but they're just moving out to the track now. We got to do our community ticket.
I know. And I was about to pivot because I didn't think that Jessica and them would ever stop talking. You know, you guys were talking about Nafisa, and I mean, Rob likes the 1 in the last race, and if you looked at my double pick, that was my top choice in the last race. So I was just going to do a $5 double, 5 with 1-5, because 5 is my other horse in in race 9. It's still.
Yeah, it's not. I can hear you fine, but is it really?
Oh, I just can't hear you, is what it is.
Oh, okay. Well, here, let me put up my pivot, late pick 3. So I only have the 6 and 4 in here. So let me look. I have to go back. I need a double starting here with the 1 and the 3. I'll look at the 5, even though I don't like the 5. But you know what? I've done okay betting horses I don't like on this show because we do the research, right? So let me look at the will pays. And on the last leg, I have.
Well, sorry, Frank. If I'm cutting you off, it's the little delay and the loudness here.
No, go ahead. I want you to talk now.
My like big bet. If you look at my doubles, if you scroll up through the messages, I apologize. I'm on track. I wasn't able to get the screenshot I usually. My big double is a $30 double, 3 with the 1. So Rob really liked the 1 as well in the next leg. I mean, I talked earlier about how I love the Kent horse. It's a little smaller bet. I'm going $30 double, 3 with 1. Then I've got a backup double, a $10 double, 4 2 with 1. And again,
it's just not.
I really like the 1 in the last race as a like a chalky chalk type of horse.
What about the 1?
Last leg, I mean, my bets are rolling through that one. I've talked a lot of times about, we talked to Andy Mathis, fantastic trainer, one last out with Diego, who's off at Gulfstream. And I thought the move, knowing Andy because he trained a horse that I was a part owner in, the move makes perfect sense for this trainer. And I thought it's placed to win. Like this is a great placement for Good Night Nelly in the nightcap.
Can you find your double in the live chat and put it up so people can see it while I'm putting my play up?
I think I'm the.
Or you want to talk about a community ticket?
Let's do a community
ticket. I want to use the 1 and the 3.
I think my horse for the community, Frank, is. We have to use the 3. That's my horse in here. Like that's the one I'm locked around in this.
100%. I'm 3-1, so let's use the 1 and the 3.
And then my horse in the last leg that I'm all about the 1 in the last leg, but the 5 with the Kent riding is my other long shot.
Let's definitely use Kent.
So in this leg we've got
1 as well.
You like the 1 in this leg, or which one's
Yeah, 1 3 in this leg to start.
All right, and then we're saying 1 5 in the next at least.
At least the 1 5. Let me look real quick. And let's use the 7 because I don't have the 7, but Rob liked the 7 and the 9. Because a couple of people mentioned those on the crew, and I'm not alive to any of them.
Oh, so we're hedging your. So you want the 7 Mendelssohn's? Oh, the Glad horse. Oh, it's not Glad.
No, Brendan Galvin.
Oh yeah, so Mendelssohn's Angel right in the last. So you want 1 3 in this one and 1 5 7 9, correct?
Yeah, just for $5. I think they're all fine.
So what's $40, right?
Yeah,
you might have to do this bet because, like me not being in this thing, the signal is so bad getting the.
Go to the window.
There's no windows up here.
No, you go down. I can talk. Go back down.
I'm trying to save our viewers from.
Believe me, this is the best show ever. 60, 50, 75. All right, I'm putting my double play up because this is.
No, but you were making fun earlier. I was kind of standing behind Rob, but I would have only had it for $3. You know what I mean? But that was the kind, like you did it correctly, and I was just trying to say before you slap me down. The pivot is where the money is usually on the show. Like we pivot, we have our opinions, but you got to be able to go with the flow and see where the money's going. And, you might not have looked at a horse a certain way and someone said, did you see this? And you go, oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I really like that one now.
I wasn't the only one who shot you down. Our buddy here, Paul, you can bet it on your phone, even the no excuse, Ciaran. No excuse.
I can't bet it on the phone because I had to switch to the tablet because the internet went down on the laptop. But I'll let you go remote, Frank, but you sleep 45 hours a day.
Look at this.
All right, so I'm ready. What's the bet?
Eclipse. What did we say? $5 double, 1 3.
1 3.
With 1 5 7 9. And let me put that on the board for the community. Larry Danimiller, if you're watching, this is for you.
What's funny is people who would look at Frank's Twitter post would think Ciaran hasn't won in months, when it's Frank who's the one who's losing. Today is going to be the one time Frank actually hits. And I actually have to make sure ahead of time. Congratulations, Frank, for finally hitting one here.
It's not, Ciaran, it's not just about hitting. It's about what Miramati said to you. I always thought you were a clown. You're at the racetrack and you're saying, if I was home, I would have had it.
Fugitive star.
I call people out on their BS. No excuses. $30,
You
right?
know exactly where I am. And you, oh my God. All right.
Oh my God.
Hang on there, Frank.
Oh my God. He's mad because he lost at Gulfstream, and that's his own fault. No one told him.
I should know better. I really should know better. I should.
A little bit of movement from Fugitive Star.
All right, we're about to go live.
I know. I'm putting the community up. Sorry, Larry, but we're tough circumstances. Good luck, everybody. Wow. Congrats to everyone who got on Nafisa. She's in such good form. That knocks me out of everything. Oh,
Well, at least my pivot bet worked.
what was your pivot?
I think I posted it in chat there. 5 with 1-5.
Good job, Froggy. Good job, Paul. A lot of people talked about Nafisa. Yeah, she was getting bet. The money showed up. Pete, she finished strong on the lead. Doesn't need the lead. Ray, good job, crew. I was stubborn. Looks like Dan was.
You know who might be getting cold now, Frank? O'Neill might be starting to wean off. Like we talk about how you got to pay attention and get on the early trends, but you also got to be aware when these guys start slowing down, not to press them because they're hot. I think it might be time to start backing off O'Neill and Hara horses. Maybe. We'll see. He's probably going to come back tomorrow and win 5 of them. But.
Yeah, I don't know if I would take this race as
I don't know. There's been a few rides today that I don't know. This weekend has me questioning. I was going into this weekend, anything those two guys had, I was all over. Now I'm going to dive a little bit deeper, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta take what you see and use the information going forward. The other
try and not be stubborn.
Baffert.
Well, we also have to try and not be stubborn because we can be very stubborn about our opinions and certain things. And I think we do a good job playing off each other, Frank, and talking ourselves off of our stubbornness.
Oh wait, hold on. I did use Nafisa. Here's my double. Because remember, I said I did not want to be dead to my horses in the last. So 5 with 145. So I did the pivot as well. Yeah, only because we talked on the show. Like I didn't like this horse at all.
Nope.
So when I wrote the things down, the 5 to the 1 was 115. The 5 to the 4 was 97, and the 5 to the 5 was 233. I would have those. I had them for $10 each. Ciaran, who are you alive to? We have the same horses, I think.
Yeah, 1-5 only.
Yeah, and that was both of our pivots.
Yeah, and it was one of those things like we kind of talked about it, and I mean, I had notes for that one, but then when we were talking, we're like, how are we not? I mean, Kimura was on this horse. I
don't like her. Even after the race, I don't like her.
I still don't, but I was like, one of those things like we know Kimura is riding so well, it's like almost one of those things, and he was on fire yesterday and then had no races late. Like I think all his wins yesterday were the first 4 races, and he was gone.
Yeah, he won the first 3 races. I don't think he won anything after that.
Well, he didn't ride after race 5. He had no mounts.
There you go. Look, Ciaran, what do we say this show is? It is a live wagering show. All I could talk about was how much I did not like Nafisa. Not your typical Baffert. Took forever to break her maiden. 5-year-old man. I bet her anyway because of the crew, because we talked about it. Like, who could knock us out that we don't have? And then the money showed. Again, the money showed.
0.77 seconds.
Went off with 2 to 1. Wow.
3 wins in a row.
And Austin ran well. She ran really well as a long shot, but not well enough.
And stakes winner in the lot together.
Let us know, everybody, who you're alive to, because I know several people in our chat really like that horse.
For the great race.
So thank you guys for allowing Ciaran and I to jump on the DTL Crew train, because we could actually get out if she wins. Maybe we would make a little bit of money. How about that?
The program. Super high 5 wagering is offered.
This would be like the 3rd time on the show where I could win horses I had no use for. Use for at all.
Let's see where the money is, Frank, before the girls take over the screen and I can't, or the monitor, I can't hear anything. So the double right now, the chalk is the 4 paying 110. The 1 is 112. Well, actually, the 6 got some money, 111. So it's the favorite is 4 by $1. 110.
This is the double will pay here on. Okay.
Double will pay is 4 paying 110, 6 paying 111, 1 paying 112. So Rob is looking really good if he had Nafisa. Like 1 got some sneaky money in there. The pick 3, holy smokes.
Yeah, look, Rob is alive to the 1 and the 9, Ciaran.
The 1 in the pick 3 for $3 is paying $1,891. The 9 is paying $1,842. And the 5 is paying $2,800. Wow. The 1 is really live and all the the 1 got all the sneaky money.
Well, even last day.
Yeah, I want to look alongside you, so just bear with me for a second.
I just tried to whatever I feel like comfortable. And today,
yeah, so like you said, the double's pretty even between the 1, the 4, and the 6.
Yeah, that was great.
And then the 4.
First 3 races as winners, and you went to state race today.
Yeah, 1, 4, 6 seems to be the smart money.
Correct.
Anyone's making more money than we would have expected. Like, let's look at the 7 and the 9.
And his 9 took some sneaky money on the pick 3 as well. Like, it's paying a little less. So this might be one. I mean, I'm not going to do a trifecta, but or maybe I will. Who am I kidding?
No, Ciaran, yeah, the 9 definitely has some money there. Only $160 in the double.
I will say, if I was to do a bet, Frank, it might be I'd probably box it. I might do a win bet. If the 1 stayed at 7-2, I would do a win bet on that horse. Trifecta wise, I'd be looking at doing 1, 5, 9. But we've got a little bit of time to see what those pays are, but that might be my get out.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I think the board's kind of right. I think the 6 will probably come in a little bit, right? Um, I think the 7 will come in a little bit. Look at the 5. This will be interesting because this is what I talked about with Queen Sienna. Horse is 5-1. We're going to see we'll see some movement on this board. Not a lot, but we'll see some. I want to see if the 5 like holds steady at 5-1.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd love to see that. I'd like to see money coming
Now
on
what-
other horses. So the 9 should drift up, but then they bet it right back down to keep it at 5-1.
Now I will say that early money that came in on the 5 that I really liked, 6,000 to win, 2,400 to place, Frank, and only 900 to show. So that's like, I prefer seeing more money on the win place and less on the show. That shows a little bit more confidence, if that makes sense. So it's not as sneaky long shot as we thought.
I love that our 10-1 opens at 6. I mean,
Yeah.
I want to see it, and I'd love to see the horse stay at 6. But we talked about that, right? We said the horse wasn't going to be 10-1.
No.
And I thought, like, based on the rest of the field, because it's a wide open race, I was like, I think the horse is going to be 6-1.
Now the 9 took a lot of early money as well, Frank. 7,700, 2,700 to place, and then 1,000 to show. So Rob's 9 is the one that got a lot of, and we saw it on some of the will. I mean, the will pays are big, but they're still a lot less than I thought this horse would have been, and I kind of discounted it all the way out on the outside there. It wasn't one I looked at. You know what I mean?
I think it's going to be hard for that horse. A deep closer on the outside, not what you really want to see. But
Correct.
The horse,
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, the horse will be flying late. I think those odds are about right for a horse who's going to get the trip that she is going to get. She's a much better underneath horse to me. I have no interest betting her to win. I would bet our 5 over that horse to win based on the money the 5 is taking and the case we made for the 5. Let me just look real quick at the imputed odds. No big standout, Ciaran. Like same as like the doubles and the pick 3. The 1, the 4, and the 6 are all about the same. Now let's talk about the 6, because neither one of us really had that as a must-use.
No. I'm like trying to see, did I miss anything? And I was just like, I mean, I had it on there, and I was like, oh, so my notes on that one were, KK, who's red hot, sharp work. But my notes were, I thought the distance was too much, and that's why I did not use it.
I'm with you.
I just thought the distance, and sometimes, if I think a horse can't make the distance and I toss it and it beats me, all right, well, more times than not, I'll be right when I toss a horse when I think there's distance issues.
I think that's why, yeah, you're right. I think that's why the horse is taking a lot of money, though. They think it's going to be a lone F. If the turf course is favoring speed. I mean, the horse should be in front turning for home and then, say a prayer. The 7 here, Nick is a forensic accountant. 7 in the pick 3 took a bunch of money. That's the horse that Rob was talking about, Medicine Angel.
Yeah.
What do you got on that horse?
I didn't give it any chance because I was like, well, they had Van Dyke ride the first 2 races and then a massive upgrade to JJ who won. And then the next race, 4th, and JJ bails and you get, Abel.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's some really sharp works. I mean, that 46, not too shabby. And it's not like it's a claim bait race, but I was more about the other ones, but now that my tickets are blown up, it might be one where I'm like, all right, well, if I'm doing a trifecta, I might toss it in.
That's exactly what Nick says. Use the 7 in all trifectas. I agree with you. I don't mind that bad last race because they tried the horse going a mile and it was no good. My red flag was that JJ does not ride back. That was a big red flag for me.
Yeah, and who's he on this one? Let's see. He's on
the rail horse.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Which is the reason I upgraded the rail horse.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
But here's the other thing. The horse also looks too slow on paper, but those figures came from when she was a 3-year-old. She's now 4. She probably matured. And the other positive for her is that she should trip out. She will get a good stalking trip, kind of like in the second flight. And if the race falls apart, she'll be running on late. But I don't know. I mean, it's not a lot of speed in here. I don't think not like super fast. I'm not expecting a super fast pace anyway. But thank you, Nick. As Ciaran figures out his trifecta, he will use the 7. I'm going to remove you, Ciaran, because you froze. Thank God. Here, Charlie 2. Wise, man. Check out the 7 and the pick 3. Are you back? Because you froze.
I froze because I tried to use another website, and then the internet went, no, you can only send 12 megabytes through at a time. So,
all right. Well, yeah, it's working now, so it's fine. Interested in the 6 and the 7. Yeah, we talked about both of those. We did not have them on our savers, but we do have the capability of looking at some trifecta probables, Ciaran, if you're interested.
yeah, I mean, I was just writing something now. I'm about to get blown out by the girls blowing my eardrums out. I was thinking 1-5 and then somehow doing the 7 underneath. What's 1-5-7?
Okay, let me go to it. Hold on, stand by. So what we're doing, for those who are just joining us or haven't seen the show before, ExpressBet has a trifecta probable tool where you can look up combinations and see what they are currently paying based on money in the pool. Excellent, excellent tool to use. So I'm sorry, Ciaran, what would you like to see?
She's going to get a little bit tired late. Her company, who is super
Ciaran?
1-5-7. How much?
We're gone, but
The one with the 5, the 7, 450 for $1.
Oh, that's actually not too shabby.
The favorite combination with the one on top, Ciaran, is the 1, 4, 6, and that's paying $60.
Yeah, I want no part of that. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, if the 6 hangs on for third, like whatever, right? Who cares?
Not going to be able to settle, and that's exactly what it kind of showed in that.
But, you know, you're under no obligation to bet a trifecta on Double Trouble. Tell us who you people are alive to out there. Our DTL peeps. I know a lot of people like Nafisa in the first leg of the double. Surely many of you are alive.
So, Frank, I was trying to do something here, and I mean, it's a $30 bet, but I was thinking 1-5 in first place, 1-5-7-9 in second, 1-3 in third. Well, 1-3-4-5-6-7-9 in third. It's a $30 bet, so it's essentially saying we want 1-5 in first or second, at least. I don't know. What do you think? $30? It looks like if we get that 1-5, anything else and connect, the pay should be pretty decent. Would you agree?
100%. What if you threw the 4 in the second leg?
What's that?
What if you went 1-5 with 1-4-5-7-9? Add the 4 in the mix earlier.
If I added 4 in second place and third place, the ticket goes to $40.
Yeah, I would use it because if that horse takes to the turf, you know, she's going to be pretty tough.
All right.
Let me put it up on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a live wagering show. Ciaran never met a bet he doesn't like. So we are going to play the trifecta, even though we are both alive to horses in our pivot double with a $1 or 50 cents. I think Santa Anita only does $1 tries, which is great. So $1.
Yeah, it actually, the $1 gets a lot of it out. I mean, even though we're spreading, if it was 50 cents, people would be spreading this and spreading it even more.
Yeah, 1-5 with all. So wait, you're doing a superfecta, right?
No, I'm doing a trifecta. So it's 1-5
Yep.
with 1-4-5-7-9 with 1-3-4-5-6-7-9. Costs $40.
And has proven.
I see. You're adding 3 horses in the third slot.
Yeah, I'm just adding a little bit more coverage.
$60, you said?
$40.
$40. That's
4-year-old.
It's not bad when you told me that. I mean, if we get the 1 and 5 in first with something else, the fact that it was paying, using the 6. I mean, you said the lowest payout was, I think, $30 with 156, correct?
I'm going to check it
Or
again.
146.
I'm going to check it again, but make sure I have this correct.
All right,
$1
15.
try, 1.5 with 1.4579 with 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, that's basically 2 by 3 by like, yeah, okay. So let me look at the probables again. Let's look at the 1 to the 4 to the 6. That would be the lowest pay.
As well.
146 pays. What did you say? $30, right?
That pays $60.
Oh, for $1. All right. Because the other day when we hit it, what did we spend? We did that super high 5 and we spent $40 on it. And we won 18.
No, we spent 25 and we won. We got back 18.
At least we got money back, though. I mean, and we got some entertainment value. And for a second, we actually thought we made some money.
We played the super high 5 in a 5-horse field, and I like the way we bet it.
We were unlucky at the line was unlucky for us. Otherwise, we would have actually got paid more. Our price horse lost the ball.
Yeah, and so it actually came back in order of favoritism. So favorite,
Yes.
second favorite, third choice, fourth choice, fifth choice.
And which is when you do these bets, you usually want the chalk to finish in the last spot, not where we had it finished.
Yeah, I know. Like if we were trying to be a little more targeted, we probably would structure this in a way where we didn't use the 4 and the 6. But it's coming back $60. We'll make $20. But let's look at what the longest is going to pay. Let's say the 5 wins. Hold on.
5 with 1 and 9. What does that pay?
Yeah, hold on. Those are the longest prices in the combo.
Let's see. Let me see. Hang on. Let me get out of this screen. 5 is 7. 591, Frank.
No, 5-7.
Oh, 5-7-1. 5-7.
Who's the next highest in that spread there? The 9, probably, right?
5. Yeah, slightly the 9. 5-7-9.
5-7-9. So that's what we're that's probably the best combo we're looking at. 5 with 7 with 9. It's coming back $650 for $1.
I'll take that.
So our spread is between $60 and $650.
And it costs us $40.
Probables, and we're only spending $40.
And that's the beauty of the First Bet app. We can you can map out what you could worst case scenario make if you're correct on your first, the horses at first.
You're not betting blindly. And all we ask as horse players is
give us info.
Give us access to the information. Give everybody the same access to the information that's available.
Yeah, look here. We got a new sign up there, Frank. Look at that. That's what it's all about. I mean, no one else has it.
Well, Jeff, thank you for doing that. I am sending Tyler. We're going to get an affiliate deal with Express Bets, man. I want to see $1,000 in my account by tomorrow. Dan H. 7 was my value horse in my dead double. Yeah, Nick mentioned, you might have stepped away, but Nick mentioned the horse was taking the money, took a ton of money in the pick 3. So here, let me see if I can find it real quick. A lot of people here. Also, Charlie noticed that. Here's Nick. Must use the 7. Yeah. So Dan, I know you're one of us. What are you thinking? Are you going to bet win money on the 7? What price is the 7 on the tote?
11-1.
So took money in the pick 3, but is a great price on the tote. That's because whoever's alive there is perfectly fine. They don't need to bet the horse to win. But guys like us who got knocked out, we're using the horse in our trifectas. Dan, let us know what you're doing.
Frank,
this is a good exercise.
Frank, why don't we come back here and spend another $12 because we've only got $12 left in our kitty since Frank on. We've blown through our money, so we're almost out.
We're down to our last 12. We were at 1,200.
Wow, we haven't hit anything.
Ciaran's been playing turf play at night. I know he has.
So I was thinking we would come back and do, in the first place, 7, and then we come back with 1459, 1459, and cost us $12.
Well, here's the thing. I was going to veto that because It'd be nice to have that $12 for tomorrow because we are doing a show. But you know what? No guts, no glory, Ciaran. Hold on. Let me put it back up. First of all, let me just change that to DTL. Okay.
And tomorrow,
so
are you doing the all turf? Because I might be rolling in slightly late tomorrow. What time is the?
It'll start at 2:10 again, but we'll figure it out after the show. So what does it try again, Ciaran? I'd like to put it up. $1 try, 7 on top.
Yeah, 7 with all the other horses that we're hoping happens. So we're looking for 1459, 1459, $12. Just because, and the only reason I ended up coming back is a lot of people have talked about the 7, and we had the 7 in second place. And how many times have we seen a horse where we had it in second and third place come bite us, you know what I mean, and come in and win?
I have no problem with this, Ciaran. The 7's, you know, if an AI was scattering the chat for horses that we're talking about,
They'd
7
make
is
money.
right up there. And the same thing with the 5 Nafisa in the last race.
Yeah.
So groupthink it's actually a thing, man. So we have to play that. What are you taking screenshots?
No, I'm trying to get. My internet was about to go out again, so I was trying to make sure it didn't.
All right. Well, look at this. We got to carry over to every horse in the race except the 4 and the 6. What do you guys think of the 6? Anyone love the 6? Using the 6 defensively? X the 6? 6 is the one that could just destroy us because
yes,
we don't have that horse, and we have the horse for second and third. But you know, if the 6 wins, we're both out of our late double. Neither one of us really like the horse. Here's what Dan's doing: keying the 7 in each spot and the try 149. Okay.
The 1, I mean, 4 obviously got all the money, 40K with 8K in place, but 1 is at 27,000. The really sneaky one, looking at, if we had not had Rob on here, you know, and we talked about it, we would both be going, wow, the 9 has gotten so much money. And that's what, you know what I mean? That's where all the sneaky money is coming in, 9.
But I would say we did kind of talk about it because Rob, I'm going to show his.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Like if we didn't have him on, we might have brought it up kind of talking if someone came on, but Rob pointed it out. And then we were like, oh,
yeah. I think you and I see it. I think everybody sees it exactly the same way, except there are some people who are saying that horse is going to be finishing strong enough to win. We're saying this horse is going to be finishing strong enough to finish second or third, right?
Yeah,
I think everybody sees the race the same exact way. It's just how you feel about this horse's winning chances. I think it's going to be very tough from an outside post.
Yeah, and I just thought,
I mean, speed, but not like blazing speed.
It has good late pace, but I just don't think it's going to work for this. You know what I mean? All right, they're loading, Frank.
Yeah, I mean, Optics has it as a contentious pace, but not a fast pace. And to me, that's the problem.
Yes, it won't be fast enough for a closer.
Correct. So that's why I think second and third is good. All right. Am I really far behind? I mean, he's at the track, but they're not even at the gate yet for me. So I'm gonna keep rolling through the comments here, since it's Ciaran's least favorite part of the show anyway, because it's not about him. Let's see, Frank Lawn back soon. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. But you know, there's a lot of Sharpies out there at Frank Lawn. That's why Ciaran loses. He can't hang with the Sharpies.
No, this is why. I'll show you right here.
Who, the 7? Nick? I think you're probably referring to the 7. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
They're loading in the gate.
By royal decree, like and subscribe to Double Trouble Live on YouTube.
That's for pure attention. Total, not organic at all. Anyway, 6 loans. You know what? You're right. 6 is the lone speed of the race. I thought maybe the 6 would get tired late, but yeah. I mean, if the 6 wins, the 6 is going to win wire to wire, and I'm going to have egg on my face. But good luck to you. Ooh, someone's throwing the 2 into the mix here. Miss Club Cali. All right, you're going to get a good price. Thanks for joining us. All right. They're loading, so I'm going to shut up. Good luck, everybody. I would really like the 5 to win, and then all the horses we have in second to come in second and third. All right, let's do this. Good luck.
They're in the game. And rock. Bells Etoile is out quickly. Here's fancy backs in the orange colors, along with crystal clean flag.
Well, we talked about it. Sneaky money. You're muted again, Frank. Whoever had Frank muted on the bingo square wins again.
No, I wasn't saying anything. I was looking for Rob's pick 3 right there. Whoever shadowed Rob.
Yep.
Boom, 1-9. We talked about it. We said everybody sees the race the same exact way. The difference is there are people who believe the 9 will have the pace and the setup to win. There are people who believe the 9 will run second or third. Unfortunately, we were the people who thought the 9 would run second or third. Radar Rob, look at that. Tight in the last 9 on his
I can't believe we didn't use the 9 up there. Ah, well, it is what it is. We used the 7. We had it every other way to Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to have another carryover if the results
9-4-1. Let me see if I might be able to take the probable. I don't think that's going to pay all that great.
6-6 carryover, Frank.
9-4-1 was paying 145 for a buck. So I don't think we missed anything.
Yeah, that's all right. That's not too bad.
I don't think we missed anything there, Ciaran.
Yeah, it's paid a lot less, but they're saying pick 6 carryover as well. So we're probably going to see some big pool money tomorrow, Frank.
Really disappointed in the way our sneaky horse ran. For a second,
I was.
Shadow Towel was the 5, and I said, "Oh my God, it's counting the money." And then I'm like, "Oh no, that's the 9."
Well, that's one. 9-4-1-2-8. Your super high 5 number.
And the 1 just, I don't know. But Tiago, I mean, we have been talking on the last few shows. He was red hot till he got injured at Del Mar and hurt his cheek, and he's finally back on the game. Like, what is that, 3 now today? So that's another. He's starting to get the good mounts, and the owners and the trainers, when a dude is hot, they put him on.
Yeah, I mean, he's a terrific rider, and I'll tell you, I've said this forever. There is no better jockey in the colony on a long shot. I mean, that guy boots more long shots than you can imagine. So if there's a horse who is like looks like has no chance, and I see Pereira riding, I dig really, really deep. Now, not that this horse was a long shot. This horse absolutely made sense to run well and to be competitive. But again, like we said, Ciaran, the race, we thought more for second and third. But here, I would like to congratulate Rob, because some of our peeps shadowed him, did not like the horse to win, but was taking money. Look at this. 9 What did you say it was paying? Like 1,800 or something? We'll have to look at
Yeah,
that.
1,800 for the pick 3. Yeah.
5-9 double, $160. Congrats, Pete. I'm glad you got it. Here are the coast-to-coast races. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. See.
Yeah, pick 3 was paying 1,891. Oh no, 1,842.
Awesome work. Sorry, Jeff. Yeah, we all got punished today. $149,000 carryover. Excellent.
Oh my, he has X racing.
Wow. Oh, the Radar Rob, MVP of the show. Ciaran, second MVP for bringing him on.
Well, Rob came into the Eddie Logan, and I was like, yeah, you're coming up on our show today, just so you know.
Congratulations.
Rob's great. I've had him on my seminar. We see him all the time, Ciaran, in the Logan room.
He's one of us. He's a fun, degenerate gambler who makes a lot of money doing this business.
The work that he does. I mean, if you looked at his form.
I actually was going to make fun of him and grab one of his sheets and show it. I'm actually going to. No, I'm gonna grab his Los Al one and I'm gonna put it away in my case and I'll show you on the show tomorrow. I was joking with him. I was like, Ice Cold Exacta was about to go on TVG, and I was like, "Oh, are you working today?" He's like, "No." And then Rob came up, and I was like, "Rob's sheets look like he had a preschool person." And he gave them a pen, and I said, "Go mark up my sheets, and whatever they don't mark up, he bets." So I'll show you tomorrow on the show.
No, you're actually being kind. He looks like someone who's writing a manifesto in a
like this.
cabin somewhere in Montana. Like
it's like this, but worse. Like he's like, yes, and this.
Times worse. There's you can't see any white space on it. It's ridiculous. He shows me it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, oh my god. And he's also really good at Los Al. Like Los Al is actually probably his better track. He
was one of the guys we did the at the Memorial. We did the all bet at Los Al, Frank. And what was crazy is we lost a photo finish in the second leg for like a 40-1 horse. I mean, all of us threw money in. Ended up we spent like $1,000 on that pick 4 ticket. If the long, I think we won $82 or something like that for the $1,000.
Well, a little backstory there that Ciaran mentioned. When he mentioned the Memorial, we had a little gathering in commemoration for one of our dear friends, Jose Arias, who passed away. What was this, like 2 years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
Team Eddie Logan represented Santa Anita extremely well at the NHC. We called him champ for a reason. NHC champion. And then he finished second 1 year. I mean, like the dude was unbelievable. Nicest guy.
But his bet was, he was a Los Al degenerate, and one of his favorite bets was like all, and then a crazy price single. And you'd be like, what are you doing that? And it would always hit.
He was so good. Yeah, he's another who loved Los Al. So after the races, everyone's hanging out and having fun, chit-chatting, whatever. Los Al's on the screen because we're going to play it. And Tom would always have to. Tom Quigley is the best because Jose, people, want to talk to him. He was talking. Yep. He's looking at the phone. 5 minutes close, champ. 3 minutes close, champ. They're going to the gate, champ. Like he had to remind Jose to go make the bet because he was such a nice guy. He talked to everybody. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because another good friend of ours, Mark Hackworth, was also he was way closer to Jose than we were. And now he's part of our crew. He's one of us. He's a friend. Him and Janet, really wonderful people and great horse players. We're all cut from the same cloth, man.
Billy Gotch, founder and managing partner of Little Red.
Yeah, Jose, R.I.P. brother. Thanks, guys. Great show. Thanks for the late pivot to save the day. And Rob back soon. Oh, maybe I'll have Rob on for the early part of the show because.
Oh yeah, so I'm going to be coming in hot, picking the wife up from the airport, and I can't say take an Uber because I tried that one time and I don't like sleeping on the couch.
There is a face that Shannon makes when she is not pleased, and trust me, you do not want to be on the receiving end of that stare because you know you're in big trouble. So, Ciaran, as co-host of the show, I'm going to step in and make an executive decision. Go pick up Shannon from the airport. We'll do okay. We'll either just do the late pick 3 and put out our picks earlier in the day. Maybe we'll do a little video for the All Turf, or I'll come on early, have a guest, and
yeah, we'll play it by ear. I mean, with the way the weather is, who knows how bad the flights are going to get delayed. I was like, hey, honey, you might not be flying out till Tuesday.
Yeah, she's coming in from Montana. What did you say? It's like minus 15?
Yeah. San Diego native went there, and at least she's looking out. She's like, it's not that cold, and the locals were like, you're lucky. There's no wind.
When did they leave?
They left Thursday. They were there the last 2 days, but they've been lucky they didn't get the wind, and they've kind of been going from inside to inside, which is what you usually do. So,
well, you know, if you live in Florida and you're there in the summer, you do the same thing because it's so hot. Or in Vegas, inside to inside.
When I went to the Pegasus three years ago, Frank, I got off, and it was January, and I was all bundled up, and I got off the plane. I was like, how is it still 90 degrees? Like, what the heck? And then I went to the track. I'm like, why is everything enclosed in glass? And they're like, you've obviously never been here during the summer.
But the most important thing is does Connor like it?
He's 50-50. So
Okay.
we shall see.
All right, Ciaran. Well, we got to wrap up, so let's do our traditional. I mean, do you have time to look at the pools and the pays and the parlay and all that stuff? Or you got to go?
I'm sad. I don't want to look at that because I already know that it's going to pay exponentially more than what it does. And we already know that. I mean, when we see chalk and chalk and chalk still pay 10 to 15% more, I mean, I know today's probably, without even looking at it, Frank, and what these horses came in, I'm going to go out on the limb and say that pick 3 paid 90% more than it would on the parlay. You want to just try the pick 3 and see what it is?
No, I want to do it all. I want you to suck it up like a man. You lost. Big deal. Radar Rob won on our show.
I know. I want to go have him buy drinks for us. I've only got ice left. This is horrible. It's still the wife's away.
You know what? I'll talk. Go get a drink because
it takes too long. No, let's do it. So let's go.
You have to be happy for Rob, and you have to be happy for our crew.
Absolutely. I mean, we brought him on. I mean, hopefully some of the guys hit it. We bring people on who know what they're doing. Like, we don't just grab random guests. They're guests that we
pivot.
We appreciate their opinion. There are certain people, as you will say, Frank, that if we're doing a bet and they like a horse, we'll absolutely throw it in, even if we don't like it, because we value their opinion. And look, Rob came through with the home run today. Save the show.
Save the show. But, you know, this is a community. Ciaran, check your ego at the door. This is not the Ciaran show. You are the talent. You are fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But when you win, you have to be as good of a loser as you are as a winner. And someone
I barely say anything. Like, if you looked at our Twitter feed, you would think Frank has won $1 million in the last month. Hey, anyway, you ready to do your chat? You start using Grok for this, Frank. I think Grok is the AI that's going to take over the world. Elon Musk is going to run everything.
This is pretty good. Like, I mean, I actually want to do I think we should have an animated show. Double Trouble.
I would. We'll have to. We could. Maybe we do it. Maybe we can have one where it does an animated race. I don't know if it'll go that long, but that would actually be pretty funny.
I want to figure out how to do it longer, but believe me, I'm hooked on it.
Just
how about
lost
this?
everything. I'm broke. Oh, don't worry, pal. I got it covered.
See, there you go.
I didn't get it covered today. When I did that King of the Turf one, I think that doomed me. I didn't get anything today. Nothing.
I know. Ever since you did it, it's been a jinx for you. But we've also had so many shows where going into the last leg, we were alive for like good hits.
To stacks, and we're getting at least we're getting money to bet the next day, but we've been so close to getting we're alive for the next month. We can be total degenerates for a month.
We either whiffed and our horses ran second, third, and fourth, or you saved the day, but it wasn't your best result. You know what I mean? But
I'm okay with today because my best opinions really ran crap all day long at every track. And as we saw at Franklin, when your horses don't hit, they don't hit. And I mean, it is what it is. Today, though, some of the horses I thought would race a lot better were really bad. So I don't know. When I look at tomorrow, I might have to. Maybe it was a nominee, but I don't know. You go on hot streaks. You got to ride the waves and step back when that's.
The only silver lining for me is, I mean, I made a win bet on the 6 in that race, and I was alive in doubles I was alive in a pick 3 to that long shot.
All right, you ready to do that?
But real quick, the horse I thought couldn't lose yesterday and the horse I thought couldn't lose today, they both lost. So it's
and my horse lost.
Keep at it.
My horse that was keyed, not that I was going to still be alive, Resolved, wasn't able to beat the 6 that you did the win bet on. Like as you said, I didn't bet that horse because I thought it would do the same thing, not win, and it didn't.
Yeah, I was with you. We had the same exact. Yeah, that's how it goes. And if you had it, good for you. All right, you want to do the pools first or the win parlay?
Let's do the pick 3 win parlay.
Okay.
2460.
Hold on, parlay with what is that paid? What is it?
2460.
24. Okay.
With 660.
Wow,
this has got to pay.
And
this with $13. Now I thought it paid 90% more. What did that say? What was the win parlay on that?
All right, let's say after the show, I always back up these numbers with my own math, but according to ChatGPT, 791.51.
Oh, I was even more than I thought. 1842, so 150%. That's why you do it. I mean, that greatest bets there are right now.
I feel so bad.
And then, I mean, Portnoy today was.
Yes, I was just going to bring that up.
On a rant for every race. I mean, but he's like a degenerate like this, because I've read that he's never betting horses for the last 6 months. As he bets them again, but he
was complaining about Gulfstream Park today and goes, "This
exactas
is why
and tries," but you don't bet those bets.
Horse racing anymore. I feel
they don't. They still. I mean, you've tried to reach out to them. Like the odds don't matter when you're doing trifectas and exactas. It's the pool and it's the money in the bucket and how it's distributed. So. If you like a horse, it's not going to actually reflect that in the exactas and the tries. It's just not.
It's so disappointing to me that people are taking that attitude instead of at least trying these bets.
We just don't have
an advantage. They'd rather just complain and pout. And it's really a guy like Portnoy could actually move the needle. But you know what, Ciaran? We're moving the needle. Yesterday, the late pick 3 pool was 185,000. The late pick 4, which used to be massive, was only 100.
Not anymore.
Our late pick 3 pool is about to overtake the late pick 4. 10 years ago, that would have been unfathomable. But anyway, okay, let's go.
Double 660.
What do you want to know next?
660 on the double.
All right, hold on. $5 double. $660
with $13.
13. $5 win parlay, 107.25.
160. And that's still pretty good. I mean, because we saw a lot of the sneaky money come in. Like that's why we talked about it. Like the sneaky money was showing up on that 9.
Well, this is what happened, Ciaran. People to play them together, right?
Yes.
Pick 3 was so massive that a lot of people didn't have to come back and play. People either pressed on that combination or covered with that combination. But what we have seen is that the double always pays more than the win parlay, but the pick three pays significantly more.
Yeah. Oh, that's where the yeah.
If someone asked me in an interview, what is the best bet in racing right now? Undoubtedly, it's the $3 late pick three. 100%.
100%. Like, I mean, my handle is California pick four. I don't do the pick four anymore. I'm double and pick three because I can hit it more and leverage more and hedge more and pivot more, you know, and
we call the show Double Trouble. We called the double. We called the show Double Trouble Live because we were all about the late double, but we were still playing the pick three on our own, and we realized we're missing an opportunity. This is we got to cover the pick three because this bet is crazy good. All right, do you want to do the all turf or no?
No, we're good on that one.
All right, let's look at the pools just real quick. We don't have to compare. I'm going to give you over unders. Okay, the $5 late double pool. I'm going to say 300,000.
On the late double?
Yeah, over under 300K.
I'm going to say people got knocked out at Gulfstream with some of those prices. I'm going to say it was 342 without even looking.
No, that's crazy. I don't think it's ever been that high, but 248.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was giving you an inflated number. I love it, though. You're being optimistic. Because
I was just thinking we'd get more money, or maybe everyone was just so drunk and done gambling.
Ciaran, more money, 248,000? That's probably the second best, largest pool they've ever had in the double in the history of the sport. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm going to look. I'm going to pull up, look at last year. So what is it? It was the 25th last year. Let me see if I can pull it up. Well, what was the pick three? What was the pick three?
Today's pick three pool, 2,000 less than the double, 246. Still amazing.
So the pick three, the double, what was the double this year, Frank?
248.
It was 227 last year, so up 10%. Pick three was how much?
246.
It was 154 last year, up
wow.
75%.
The pick four, 273.
Was 372 last year.
Exactly. We are moving the needle, people. We are going to get more bets like this because we are overtaking the pools. 50-cent pick five, 353.
Yeah, we're trying to get them to do a all turf. I mean, as we said, our bet we're trying to market to them is the turf and dirt, so we can not have a dead leg between the all turf and then the start of the pick three, the late pick three. So
we haven't really tried yet. Ciaran mentioned it briefly in passing, but we are going to make a serious push next week because we think it'll help the all turf. Pick five, Ciaran, 353.
Oh, let me see what it was.
Probably 500, I'm going to guess.
Let's see. Pick five. What did you say it was?
353.
Pick five last year was 440.
Yeah.
Oh, there was two of them. There was that was the 50 cents. What was the coast to coast last year or this year?
I have to go to a different screen, but let me check. Remember, there was a carryover though, so.
Oh yeah, that kind of messes it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we do the all turf, please? Because I mean, we are trying to push that bet. Let's just
all
do
right.
it.
What was the all turf, Frank?
I'm looking. I got to go. Hold on. Let me go. Ciaran, the numbers that the double and late pick three are putting up are staggering.
That's why we pivoted to the pick three because I'm like we did in our little short video. They're handcuffed together, and I still think we're going to see more money on the double. People are still betting they're not handcuffing both bets yet, but they will. It's coming.
Okay, the $3 late pick three, a little disappointing. I thought we'd get a little more here. 67,000
for the all turf.
Yeah.
42 last year, Frank. It was up.
Oh, okay. Ciaran.
50%, Frank. What more do you want?
No, you're right. I'm so surprised and I'm so happy about that because, look, a lot of people probably had wagering fatigue today. I mean, Gulfstream has 13 races, and we stepped in and said, you know what? If you guys are tired, exhausted, whatever, we got you. The DTL crew has got you. They put everybody on the FISA. Radar Rob put everybody on the 9.
Yep.
We carried people to the end today. I think Santa Anita is going to be thrilled with these numbers because you would think everyone was going to stop gambling after Gulfstream.
Yep.
All right, can we do the win parlay and then I'll let you go for the all turf?
I closed out.
Calculate a $3.
Oh wait, let me see.
The big favorite in the face race 1.
So I was actually talking to Rob earlier because he's starting to turn his attention to, I was like arguing the merits of the all turf, and he's like, yeah, I kind of started looking at it, and a couple of other guys were like, yeah, the money's kind of tied up for a long time. I was like, not really, and then they were like, oh, I never really looked at it the way you guys are looking at it, and I was like, it's always like, some days when they've only got 8 races, they got to do it in race 1 or 3, you know what I mean? But most of the cards are 9 race cards now, so it's like 5, 7, 9. Like it's pretty easy, and
it is.
I was making the argument too, like it's been pretty formful and chalky so far, but we know it's because they've got all the usually like stakes races to start it off. That's not going to last. We're going to start seeing these crazy prices hit. All right, you ready? Because I'm going to lose battery here.
Oh yeah, okay. To your point though, you have a solution on how to make it better. But anyway, go ahead. So who won the inbox?
340.
Yeah, 1660.
2460.
2460. Yep.
$13.
$3. $407.
All right, let me see what it. I don't. Huh?
Oh no, wait, $868.
And what did you say the win parlay was? So it paid double, right?
$3 pick 3, $868. I thought someone said it paid $1,800, but oh well. It paid where is it? $407. So another 100%, right?
Yeah, I mean that's where the action is. All right, Frank, my tablet is 1% and it's going to cut out on me. Of course, now that no one's here, no internet. Oh, the internet works fantastic, of course.
It's fine. It's a live show. Things happen. Hey, check in with me later and we'll figure out a plan for tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. DTL Crew in the house. Gave out some great picks today. We'll be back at it tomorrow.
See you later.
Out, get up, get paid.